Cheddar. Can you hear me? You have to let me know.
Oh, are we live? Let's go.
You have to let me know when.
Well, it's that time again. Outer Points Productions is about to go live with another Knockout Challenge match. Join me, Little Cheddar, and my guest live at the Varsity Club in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, as we will be delivering some of the best mediocre commentary in the business. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the match, and don't forget to jump in the chat and say hello. Please take the time to subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit that like button, and share it with all your friends. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you right after this word from our fabulous sponsors.
Dumper Dan's charter fishing fleet in the Port of Sheboygan is Wisconsin's proven charter fishing leader, running the most trips and catching the most fish. Enjoy great fishing for trout and salmon aboard one of our 6 fully equipped modern charter boats with experience and professional crews. See why Dumper Dan's is the most popular name in the industry. We offer fishing and lodging packages featuring the best in riverfront condos and hotel accommodations. Half or 3/4 day trips available, so call to make your reservations today or log on to dumperdan.com. Dumper Dan's charter fishing fleet, Wisconsin's proven charter fishing leader.
Hey, welcome everybody. This is Dale Little Cheddar Lorenz, and I am live at the Varsity Club in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Sorry for, don't have that up there. That's okay, it didn't work out anyway. That gentleman right over there, he was going to be sitting next to me here in the booth, Mr. Tyler Steyer, but we decided kind of last minute that we're going to have Tyler and Margaret out on the table instead. So they are both mic'd up, and they're going to give you kind of a rundown of the format, rules, the gameplay, the shot clock, all kinds of different things. So thank everybody for being here. This is the very first UPL League exhibition match. And let me, if you didn't see that already, I'm assuming you did, if you were looking at the flyer and the countdown. Let me introduce some of the players. Team Margaret is obviously Margaret Steyer, Jerry Stucker, Tim Volkman, Rich Stadler, Vincent Didio. And on Team Tyler, we've got Tyler Steyer, myself, Roger Pregler, Chris Green, and Jason Van. So, without further ado, what we're going to do is get the players unmuted.
Me here for this camera.
There it is.
All right, I need everybody to gather up.
Perfect. So everybody can just get around the table, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. Let's do this. Where is my team?
It depends. If you want to be on the camera,
Yeah,
go
get
on
away
this
from
side.
me.
If you want the camera, stay on that side. Just don't block the camera.
And
Over
just gather
here.
around. Gather around.
This is
Hang on,
like
stand right there. We got to make sure your tattoos are on there.
this is like herding
Who
cats.
won the tattoo on the camera? Anyway.
Dale says everybody gather around. Everybody, gather around.
You're short a couple.
Around.
All right, everybody here? Yep. Okay, so to start out, the rack is mandatory to be a pattern. So we're gonna have this, we're gonna put it on the table for you guys every single time. It's pretty easy. You just do a check mark. So I always put a salad on top so it's easiest. Do a check mark with stripes and then put a stripe here and a stripe there. Super simple. That way there's no pattern racking. There's no goofy stuff going on, right? On the break, 4 balls must cross the side pocket. If it's not, you don't keep playing. Your opponent either chooses to break themselves or they can make you re-break. So there's no soft breaking. Yes.
Is there 4 points or 4 balls?
Making a ball counts. Yeah. So, a little bit different stuff about this. 8 is on the spot, right? So we're racking the 8 on the spot, so the break changes a little bit. After the break, if you are shooting, as of right now, this rule might change in the future, but as of right now, if you make the 8 on the break and don't make another ball, it doesn't count. The 8 spots and your opponent comes to the table. So an 8-ball break, if you make the 8 and a solid, then you get to keep shooting, right? It is not take what you make. It's open after the break. So if you make a solid, it's open. What else? You cannot shoot a solid onto a stripe or vice versa for your first shot. So it is open after the break, but you can't shoot the 2 and make the 15. If you hit a solid, you have to make a solid.
Yeah, so we're
Okay.
playing international 8-ball rules,
Yeah.
right? After the break, you have to call the suit. So you have to say stripes.
Yeah, for your first shot, you have to call the suit.
Everything else,
Right, into the 2, and make the 15.
correct.
Yes,
As
yes,
long as
yes.
you hit the first ball as the suit that you called.
Correct.
International 8-ball rules, if you scratch from the break, you play from the kitchen. Ball in hand from the kitchen. If the cue ball flies off the table, you take ball in hand anywhere you
Can
want.
you guys hear Margaret?
Yeah, I can.
So if you scratch, you have this little tiny
You have a
voice.
soft voice.
So if your opponent scratches on the break in a pocket, it's ball in hand behind the head string. You can shoot a ball that's in the head string. So ball in hand behind the line, you can shoot the 2 if you
Yeah.
want. If they jump the cue ball off the table, then it's ball in hand anywhere. So it's a
Yeah.
bigger penalty if the cue ball flies off the
So
table.
you can actually shoot the ball in the kitchen even though you have to shoot out of the kitchen.
Correct, yes.
Correct. There are no intentional safeties. So if you get down to your last ball and you hook yourself, you can't just tie up some of your opponent's ball and take an intentional foul. That is unsportsmanlike conduct. You lose the game.
I love that rule.
Yeah. So it's automatic loss of game. The way it starts is there's handicaps. Okay? Everybody's FAR goes in here and we translate it to up score. So if we were to play leagues the first time tonight, this is all legit. So if a 400 up score plays a 500 up score, the better player starts out at -1. So every 100 points difference, they
So
give
1
up a
point.
game, they start -1. Every match is 30 minutes. It's not a race to anything. It's a 30-minute match with a 30-second shot clock, and the match finishes when the buzzer goes off. So there is no race.
Is there a benefit to try to win as many games as you can? Or
This
just
did
win?
not
It
start
just
yet.
builds a
Just
cushion
giving you an idea.
for your opponent not to catch up.
I just like in league, is it better like I have won 8 games and you only won 4 games and we each won a match?
So in the league,
I'm not sure.
every point that you bring to your team is gonna eventually count into your ranking standings for the
Yeah.
nationals.
I don't know if the
in
actual score
2026.
matters. I think it's just if
Yeah.
you win the match.
Yeah, so it's important.
No
But,
sandbagging, Jerry.
but,
I want to win 10 and 30.
but having the separation
So-
is always nice.
Dale, can they hear Jerry or no? Okay, so what Jerry just asked, let's say he wants to win by a lot, right? So if he wins 8-4, does that affect his rating for the next week? I think it's just if you win the match. Yeah, Dale's nodding his head, so this is good. This is good.
So 8-4
So
win and a 5-4 win is the same.
an 8-4 and a 5-4 win is the same. Yeah, exactly. No jump cues. Before I forget, Margaret keeps cutting me off. She's so great. So there's
You
no.
have to go back home
There
with
we
me
go.
tonight.
There is no jump cues.
Right.
Like you can't even jump over the edge of the ball. Like if the 8 is sitting here,
Don't break my cue.
if the 8 is like
Do
this,
anything for the win.
with your playing cue, you can't jump over the edge of the 2. You have to masse. You cannot jump a ball intentionally at all. No jumps. No jump cue.
Miscue, you can't go
No.
the shot.
No.
I'm just saying, if it's a miscue,
If
make your
it
shot.
looks intentional,
Okay.
no.
If you miscue but the ball still goes over another ball, it's covered.
Okay.
Because it went over a ball.
Okay.
You can't go over another
Yeah, I'm just saying if you're like,
If it goes over a ball,
practice miscuing. Like that's how it's
I think it's still just
Well,
a
no, like,
miscue.
it's a good question. Guys, just don't miscue today. We'll figure that out
shooting
later.
and you miscue when you pop and still make your ball.
Okay,
That's what it is.
one other thing. So,
over a ball. It'll be a foul.
So if you're intent, well,
Even if you
obviously an intentional jump is not allowed.
one more thing.
Touching.
Oh, that's 2 more things. Good, babe. Very good. Good girl.
You're welcome. Get to work.
Oh,
So
Lord. It's gonna be a
you're
long
making me
night.
forget what I was about to say. So hang on.
Concentrate.
If 2 balls are frozen, you cannot touch the 2. It's considered touching already.
You have to shoot away
You
from
have
it.
to shoot away from the 2. So if this was a situation and you're solids, you have to kick at the 2.
Okay.
If the 2 moves at all, that's a foul because it's considered a double hit. So there is no 45-degree rule. No. You got to shoot away from it.
Even if it's like this, you can't pocket that too.
You
As
cannot.
long as it's
You
touching.
can't. Okay.
Up there.
After you nominate your bowl after the break, so if there's going to be a close hit, you have to call solids or stripes for your first shot. Once you're, say, stripes, it is slop, no call pocket. As long as you hit the stripe first, any ball can go in. As long as it's a stripe, you get to keep playing. Same with the 8 ball. If you get hooked on the 8 and you want to kick at it as hard as you want and the 8's flying around and you make it, you win. As long as there's no foul done.
Minute and hard, boys.
I thought you have to call the 8, but I
You
was
do not
probably
have to
wrong.
call the
That's
8.
Perfect.
Did I miss anything?
It's gonna be
I think
fun.
we're doing good.
I think Dale is coming with the questions.
Rich just regressed 200 Fargo points as soon as he said
Does it go with the break format or whoever breaks first?
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna flip a coin or lag, whatever Margaret wants to do, because that's what we're supposed to do. Whoever wins the lag or flip decides who shows their first player. So we don't just put our 5 players out right away. You do it after each match. So let's say Margaret's team wins the first game or the first match, then she has to put her second player up, and then I can respond to her player. So there's strategy involved for captains. Like I'm sure teams will have captains and vice captains for actual leagues.
Somebody play twice in a row?
Can someone play twice in a row? I don't think so. No. Nobody can play twice in a row. Yeah.
All right.
I
Any
don't
more
believe so.
questions from the top of the head? Just so. No.
You guys ready to go?
do it. Oh, all ball foul.
Oh, all ball fouls.
Good.
Tuck your
Yes.
shirts in.
Not a question.
And
Tuck
the
your shirt
hair.
I think we're good on the hair over this side.
I think I'm not doing well.
We got good hair over here too. What do you mean?
Better hair.
All right, so leg or flip for break to see who puts their first player in.
I think we can lag in the beginning just
All right, we'll
because
lag.
on camera it looks better.
All right. I'm gonna mute them just for a second. So Tyler and Margaret are gonna lag. And then we're going to get started. So obviously they're the team captains. They are going to pick who is going to shoot first.
All right,
You
you
missed-
can
you
give us
missed
your
that.
first player.
I'll go first.
Margaret's gonna go first.
how's
Chris,
the-
you're up.
How is the volume on their microphones? Please let me know in the chat if it's a good volume or turn it up, turn it down just a little bit.
I don't know.
Margaret against Chris.
So if
Okay.
I am 700 and Chris is 400, correct?
You're giving Chris 3 games.
So I'm starting at -3, correct?
You start at -3.
Okay,
Yes.
sounds good.
Yes.
And do we just go as a regular match? Like we lag for the break, right? And then just as a regular match.
Flip a coin or leg for the break. It doesn't matter.
Either one.
Okay.
They can like. All right, you guys leg for break.
Question for you: when does the match clock start?
The match clock starts as soon as all the balls stop moving on the break.
Oh, after the break. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Ooh. Which side do you want to be on?
I'm a lefty.
All right.
Film what?
Good luck.
Thanks, I need it.
She thought you were going to be playing first.
No.
Well, you might
I
win.
have a strategy.
I got you. All right, I'll
See, I practiced the leg with Tyler a little bit. Now it got better.
All right.
It's all part of the strategy.
So you guys are doing. You guys are doing shot clock, everything.
Yeah, we've got that. He's going to run it from here. I'm trying to figure out how to get it on the stream so the viewers can see it as well. So.
Cool. Sweet. So as soon as the cue ball is struck,
alternate break.
Yeah.
All right, so in
You
the
got the pattern right?
in
Yep.
your upper left-hand corner,
You can
you
check
can
if
kind
you
of
want
see
to.
the. Hang on a second. You can see the shot clock, and I'm trying to patch in real quick. So you're going to hear me muted in just a little bit. I'm going to let Margaret talk, and I'm going to get that working.
This is not good.
So I'm starting at 3 under.
All right, get her, Chris. 30 seconds starts now.
All right, we got it up and running. So if you look at the bottom right, that is the
Very
actual
nice table I got us.
official UPL.
Yeah.
So it's
super
a
ugly.
30-minute match clock and a 30-second shot clock.
Oop, 5 seconds.
That's all right.
I forgot about the shot clock completely. I was like, so who is going to be responsible for the time? Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, perfect.
So sitting right next to me in the booth is Rick Chamberlain,
This
and
is going to be a long rack.
from Muskego, Wisconsin.
Yeah,
He
you
is-
guys should come sit over here so you can see it.
He is actually running the UPL Milwaukee Waukesha area, which is going to be starting up in fall, with a couple of exhibition matches and everything down in the Milwaukee area as well. But Rick is manning the time clock for
The
today.
table is open because I made the ball and I fouled, so it's still open. It's actually good that situation came up.
Come on.
Right?
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Much appreciated.
Good job.
Just so you guys know, you get one 30-second extension per game. So I'll try to let you know when you're at 5 seconds so you can call your extension.
So the way it works during league play, each captain has an iPad or Amazon Fire or however you want, whatever we're working on, or working off of, I should say.
Good shot.
Then one player on either team or a player
Play
on
real
one of the
slow.
teams
He can play real slow.
are
So the reason I had can Dale hear me? Yeah? So the reason I had Chris play Margaret is because with a shot clock and starting down 3 games, if Chris can sneak out a game or 2 early, it puts a lot of pressure on Margaret.
See?
Margaret thought she'd be playing me even right away. so yeah, exactly. So Chris is a 492, right? So he plays as a 400 because he's between 400 and 500, and Margaret is a 730,
When
right?
better players
So
play.
it's a
Yeah.
huge advantage handicap-wise for Chris to play her. I just wanted her under the gun, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. Good shot.
nicely done by Margaret. So if you're looking at the shot clock on the bottom, and instead of giving games, I guess it's kind of the same thing, but Chris starts at 0, so the lower up score, ultimate pool score, because nobody has an ultimate pool score here in Wisconsin yet, it's based off of Fargo rate. So basically anybody in, Chris is still in the 490s Fargo. So he starts at 0, and then Margaret obviously is 780, something like that. So that's why she has to start at -3.
She can avoid it. All right, we'll see how she's feeling.
Rick, isn't it fun watching the pros play against
Good shot.
the amateurs? If you do, I'll unmute you.
So I played leagues back when I was 20 or 21. This is intense. Like I can feel it. Like this.
I mean, the shot clock just makes you rush a lot. And you're
This
you're
is
looking
cool.
at the table. You're like, oh my god, you
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
make a decision so fast.
This is very
Great.
exciting.
It's literally like a mini Moscone.
But the good thing is you don't have time to second guess yourself.
Yeah.
You just have to go for the first
Yeah,
thing that
for
comes
sure.
to your mind.
So, everybody in the chat, and I apologize ahead of time. There's quite a few, but if you do have any questions as to how the format works, Tyler and Margaret are
perfect.
actually going to be. They'll be on their phones and iPads.
8 on the spot. Yep.
So the match
throughout
clock
the
doesn't
match.
stop even when you're racking, or what
The
is
match
the
clock
rules?
stops
When you rack.
when you rack,
Correct.
but then
So-
it starts again.
Gotcha.
once
So the
you
match
hit.
clock only runs obviously when players
Yes,
are running
yeah,
out.
correct.
Gotcha.
Dale's nodding his head. Good. Good. We got it.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. Big.
Nice break.
Yeah, big break by Chris. I've never said that before about his game.
Man, you're really not rewarded for it though.
About another half ball off the rail, all right.
Ooh, I think that would have been a game-winning shot had he made that.
Ooh. Don't do that, guys. Don't do that. Yeah. Strategically block the pocket. There you go.
Robert, that's actually a good question.
Good shot.
But try to keep the questions if you would. I don't want to. He can't see it right now. He can't see the chat because he's being a captain. Try to keep the questions about UPL, please. I don't know about you, Rick, but I think Chris is
You're
nervous as
400
hell
under
playing
players.
against Margaret.
I get one coach per game, I believe, per
Yeah,
match.
he is fired up. Ooh. Now he's in trouble. Tom Jeffers, how are you? How you doing, Mark Bell? Thanks, everybody in the chat. Much appreciated. Thanks for being here for the very first UPL Wisconsin exhibition match. And there might be more coming up. Most likely there will. It's fun watching Tyler and Margaret play on a bar box instead of, they have their personal table here, 9 foot with 4-inch pockets. So it's a little bit different. Old school, yes, absolutely. That's one of the things that is going to take some getting used to, for sure. And if it wasn't for Rick Chamberlain standing next to me operating the shot clock, I would have already been lost in this game.
Get out.
So what Rick's doing right now, you see that the match clock stops. All right. So when the player is racking,
Stream up on my phone.
you're stopping all, and then once Margaret hits the first ball,
I'm not allowed to beat her on
and
YouTube,
actually
okay?
When the when the last ball stops rolling is when the start all begins. So the match clock begins again. So Tyler is going to be. He just pulled up his phone. He's checking out the chat.
Used to the pattern.
Yeah.
For sure.
So if you want to at any point in time ask Tyler some questions, feel free. So actually,
Dale, are you going through questions, or do you want me to answer questions when they pop up? You want me to answer questions? I'm getting that. Okay.
Yep.
Sounds good.
So actually clarification. Rick just.
All right. So
the correct call.
David Wall asked,
That's
"Can
gonna
you
be a
play a
pain in the
safety
butt."
as long as it is a legal shot?" Yes. Yeah. Safeties are encouraged as part of the game. You just cannot tie up your opponent's balls on purpose without hitting your ball first. So it is a loss of game. It's a complete loss of
Calling
game
the
if
stripes.
you do an intentional foul.
So to expound on what Rick just told me, once the cue ball is struck in the break, that is when the match clock starts. Okay, then when the cue ball or the last ball stops rolling, that's when the shot clock continues. Correct? Beautiful.
Ooh. Man, did she get lucky there. Did you guys see that?
Good evening, Todd Foles. Hey, Sean Johnson.
Margaret has been getting ready for the World 8-Ball Championships this week, so she has played 1 million games of 8-ball, so her patterns should be pretty good.
Hey, a little steep on this 11 ball.
A little thin on this ball, though.
Uh-huh.
A little thin on this ball, Dale. Dale's chuckling.
Oh, yeah. She's in trouble.
If she can't hear me, she'd smack me right now.
Beer, Bikes, and Billiards. Thanks for tuning in. Oh. Uh-oh.
All right. What she was made of. Jason, we're talking smack on the stream.
Oh, yeah? Who do we send the kneecappers to?
Good shot. Nice. All right, so Todd asks, how long is a match for league figured with 5 players? So each match is 30 minutes. So there's a match clock. The match clock stops after the 8 ball is pocketed and the cue ball stops. But every match is 30 minutes. So there is no race. It's not a race to 5 or race to 6 or anything. It is just a straight up 30-minute match. And then once that match is up, then the next player plays. Go Team Tyler. That's right, Heather. Absolutely. Has Margaret won 2 games or 3?
3.
Did she win 3?
Nope.
Crap.
Yep.
I gave Chris a pep talk.
Not-
So we should
Did
be
you?
good. Yeah, we should be good now.
We'll see about that.
Dale, can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Okay, good. I just wasn't sure if the mic is working. Perfect.
Pretty soon we're going to mute Tyler and just let Margaret do all the talking. Come on, Chris. There we go.
Nice break.
Nice break.
He's got a really good opportunity to run this rack out. Again, Chris is 492 Fargo, so his up score is 400. That's why he had to, actually Margaret got -3, and he's on my team. So I want to make sure that he does something good here. Atta boy. Good shot. Good evening, Brad Gillette. How you doing, Waterboy? Atta boy, Chris. Keep it rolling. I think he needs to play that 7 ball, Rick. If it goes. Uh-oh. Maybe not. Holy smokes, he hit this one. Oh, boy. That is not... I think Chris is in a little bit of trouble. Beer, bikes, and billiards. You are more than welcome to ask any questions you like. That's the reason we're doing this. So Tyler is watching the chat. He's watching the stream right now on his phone, as well as being the captain. And Margaret's going to be doing the same as well. So if you're more than welcome to ask any questions you'd like. We encourage it. That's why we're doing the exhibition. What's going on, Bill Larson? Hocus pocus, that it would be fun. It really would, to have a 6-ball shootout. Unfortunately, we don't have that in league play, as far as I know. Anyway, that I might be wrong, but this is testing for all of us here in Wisconsin. Something brand new. So, of course, Margaret playing pinpoint position, nothing new. She is a 783 Fargo or something.
Thank you.
Something like that.
She's not very nice, is she, Chris?
Yeah, I'm really not a big fan of Margaret.
No, she's not very nice.
Right now.
I need to get a point for my team.
No, you don't.
Oh.
This looks
Bill says, I'm
good.
all for this format as long as there isn't a 6-ball shootout. Yeah, there's no 6-ball shootout in leagues. If you tie, then it's a tie. There is no shootouts.
I love 6-ball shootout. It's fun. But it can be brutal.
There are 5 players on a team. You can have up to 8 players in case people are sick or work, vacation. So 5 to 8 players per team. Beer, Bikes, and Billiards asks, are the rules the same as BCA, just playing a different format? No, the rule is different. The 8 is racked on the spot. There are no jump cues. You have to play, if you're hitting solids for your first shot after the break, you have to pocket a solid. So it is not take what you make, but if you're gonna call solids, you have to make a solid. For
4 balls past the head string.
Dale's giving.
4 balls past the middle.
Yeah. Did they? Yeah. So 4 balls have to cross the side pocket on the break. If you pocket a ball, it counts as one of those 4 balls. Let's see, what else am I missing? All ball fouls. So gotta watch where your shirt is when you're down on the ball or when you're jacked up over a ball. There's all ball fouls. If the cue ball is frozen to an object ball, you cannot hit that ball. You have to kick at it. You cannot shoot into it. If it moves, it's a foul. So that would be considered a double hit if you shoot into it. Dale is pointing at me right now, trying to expect me to read his mind, and it's not working. Trisha asked, she's not understanding the team rotation. So in this format, we leg to see who puts up their first player. And then whoever wins the leg decides if they want to put up their player first or have the other captain put up their first player. And so the schedule isn't set before the night starts. So let's say Margaret wins this match. If Margaret wins, she has to put up her second player because she's the captain of her team. And then I get to put up my next player based on who she puts up. So the lineup isn't set at the beginning of the day. The lineup can change as the night goes on, which is really cool.
Oh, that's a really good shape shot for Chris Green. I like it. This is a good opportunity to put Team Tyler on the board here. Here comes the nerves, Rick. All down to Chris Green. Can he beat Margaret Steyer in at least one game? Uh-oh. Oh. He's all right.
It's a slop, Chris. Hit it hard.
It's slop, ain't it?
Right? I shouldn't have said that.
He's not lying. It is slop.
Attaboy!
All right.
Yes!
Nice.
All right. It's about time.
Put some heat on her. Let's go!
I think it's your break.
Hold on a second.
I mean, I can break again. Oh my god. That was a little too much. Woo! That was a good out, actually.
That was a really good out.
Let's go.
All right, everybody, if you didn't recognize, that was Rick Chamberlain running out there and hugging Chris.
It's a good run out.
Okay, so Salsa Man says, before you guys talked about certain skill levels on the team so you can really load up a team, what are the cutoffs? The cutoffs are you're allowed 1 player over 700, only 2 players over 600, right? Or is it 650? Is it 600 or 650? 600. So 2 players over 600, and then you have to have 1 player under 400 to make your team.
This is kind of what. Here's actually the
And
upscore
then the
chart.
upscores, which is like UPL's version of Fargo, I guess you could say. Upscores change based on each day. So obviously this is the first day. So for example, Chris Green is at 492. Well, there we go, Dale. Very nice. You're the man. So Chris Green is a 492. So he would categorize into the 400 zone because he is between a 4 and 500 Fargo. That would make him a 400 to start off. Now after this match, he will go up or down based on whether he wins or not. And then same with Margaret. And then your numbers will change as you play more and more weeks in the league.
Ian says there's too many rules. He's confused.
Todd says, so a league match with 5 players is going to take about 4 hours, being each individual match is 30 minutes. I would say 45 minutes or so times 5 matches.
Tom Joss, this is to answer your question.
So you're gonna be roughly
No, for sure, it gets
3
in your
hours,
head.
I would say. 3 hours,
Especially
3.5,
when
something
you
like
used
that.
to just all cubicle.
4 hours is pushing it.
Love it.
There's no smoke breaks, there's no bathroom breaks during a match, so you have to take care of that before you start. And then,
Oh,
yeah,
I
I mean,
fetched the cue ball.
Margaret
oh,
fouled.
God.
Let's go, Chris. Put some heat on her.
I don't know.
Margaret actually.
It's been a long day. Don't look at me like this.
Oh, here we go with the
She's feeling the
excuses.
heat.
Here we go with the
God.
excuses.
She's feeling it.
I love it. So Tom Joss,
I better not do it
there is a
next
pattern that you have to follow. It can be flipped. Obviously, you can mirror that image.
I think someone's
Yeah,
supposed
Jason,
to
with
say
racking
5 cents.
and then the captains picking their players and everything, I would say,
Yeah.
3 hours, 3 hours and 15 minutes per night, definitely.
That's why I love WPBA shot clock when they do like.
Good shot.
Yeah, when you go down on the ball, they actually pause it.
Bill, everybody on the team plays 1 match, not 1 game. So everybody on the team plays 1 30-minute match.
Yep.
Which in my opinion is way better than playing four games per night. That's what I did when I played leagues. I'd show up, you'd be there for 4 hours, and you play 4 games in 4 hours, and you go crazy. This, you at least get to play. You get to play 30 minutes of pool with a shot clock, and then you have time to eat. You have time to kind of mess around. You can go rent out a table and practice before your match if you want.
Oh, he's going for.
Super, super cool.
Yeah, I think he's gonna open it up now.
One of the things that I really enjoy about the dynamic of the team is the fact that because you have to have from low Fargo to very high Fargo, but you're always going to be there encouraging the lower players, the less skilled players on the team. So it especially if you end up trying to go to nationals or anything like that, where you're going to be there to encourage them or help them along.
All right, just so you guys know, we have 7 minutes and 20 seconds left. So Margaret should take a 1-game lead after she runs these out. And then Chris is going to have to win a game to tie it up. If not, Margaret's going to run away with it. Dave Peters asks, what if your 400 player goes above 500? Do you need to get a new 400? Dale, can you message Jamie that question?
I
believe what happens is.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Margaret's Come on, Chris.
Uh-oh.
Let's go.
All right.
Oh my God.
I hate to hear.
That was not what I was supposed to be doing.
I forgot what I was saying.
I
Take your time, buddy. My man. Get
Damn
her.
it.
Let's go.
You're welcome.
So we're going to message Jamie to get an answer to your question. Dave,
When's your
Jamie's been
birthday?
running leagues in the Midwest for a
Perfect.
while
That's
now.
an early birthday present.
I'll see if I can get that for you, Dave.
So with leagues, there are 3 sessions per year. They are 14-week sessions. In order to go to nationals, which pays $100,000 for first, by the way. In order to go to nationals, you have to play the 3rd session. So I believe if you're a part of a team going into the 3rd
Right, we
session,
still
I
have a
believe you can
chance.
still play nationals.
We still
They
have
just
a
don't want
chance.
players not playing the 3rd session and then like sandbagging their score and
Yep.
getting really good over the summer and then go to nationals and stealing the money. So they have it set up to where sandbagging is almost impossible.
Nothing wants to go in.
All right, Chris, take your time. We got 5
I
minutes
didn't
and
take my
50
break
seconds
yet,
left
but-
in this match clock.
Uh-oh. 4, 3. Yeah, I got it off.
All right, so 5 minutes and 20 seconds left.
Plenty of time to run out a rack.
My boy Chris is up by 1. No, you don't have to play League 42 weeks out of the year. You have to play 2 out of the 3 sessions, and you have to play the 3rd session, which is the summer. So you can choose to play fall and summer or spring and summer, but you cannot play fall and spring. You must play 2 out of the 3 sessions, which would be, good shot, which would be 28 weeks. There are a lot of people that do play 3 sessions, but you only have to play 2 in order to go to nationals.
One of the things that Rick is doing down in Waukesha, Milwaukee area is going to be to try to compress one of the seasons into, and
I would make sure you use your extension.
it is allowed through the UPL to compress a session. So you can, if everybody on the team is willing to play 2 matches per night, so you can make it a 7-week session versus a 14-week session, but you still have to play the 3rd session no matter what in order to qualify for nationals.
Yes, it will. Run it, yep, run it down, Chris. Attaboy.
You
Run it
guys
down.
are so sneaky.
We're gonna make Margaret play some
So
speed pool at the end
sneaky.
of this. You guys let me
Well,
know
you're
if you
gonna
think
end
I'm
up
evil or not.
dogging
All
the
right,
ball
8 seconds.
because you have 5 seconds left.
Attaboy. All right, now eat up that clock. Take your time, sir.
That's the gameplay side of this.
So pretty much what I'm
Unbelievable.
trying to do is I'm trying to make it so Chris can't lose.
Unbelievable.
If Chris ties, that's fine, but I just don't want them to get a point during this match.
No rush, Chris.
Shut up. Good shot. All right.
I don't know about you, Rick, but this
Milk
is
that clock out, sir.
one of the biggest attractions to this match, right, is husband against wife. You know, you can't beat it. gamesmanship
Like
The plan is working, guys.
so far.
I'm gonna have to run.
Uh-oh.
No, you're good. The 6-ball stuff. All right, so Margaret has 2 minutes and 15 seconds to win this game, or else Chris wins.
No pressure, right? Here's where the fun begins, because now if Margaret runs out, uh-oh.
Man,
That might solidify this game.
tough action.
Attaboy.
Yeah. I should have probably banked the 6. Now he's gonna run the clock and
But, you know, it's funny because this could also work in
Mason
reverse for
Milwaukee
the
League is going to be played almost everywhere. Rick Chamberlain is in charge of the Milwaukee area. He's our operator, and he is going absolutely nuts
Yeah, but I
with the
have no
schedule
chance.
right now.
It's
He's really ramping up, doing a bunch of advertising and promoting for the league.
when I get to the table, I'm gonna have like less than a minute left, so I got this.
Ooh. All right, Margaret has
Gosh,
60
this is
seconds.
so tough.
60 seconds for Margot. Uh-oh.
Oh my God!
Uh-oh.
Stop.
Is it froze?
No. God,
She's in trouble.
I'm so screwed.
She's she's in big trouble.
All right, take your time, Chris. Take your time, buddy.
Just shake my
No,
hand
take your time.
already.
Do the victory lap. Do the lap. Come on, baby.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Mwah.
You gotta get back home tonight, so
Hang on, hang on. Milk it out. Milk it out. Hang on.
don't miss Q. Yay.
Attaboy. Chris wins.
Good
Two
All
job.
right,
on.
that
Good
is
shooting.
Thank you.
Good shooting.
Great job.
all right.
Tough action.
Tough action.
How did you guys like that? Oh.
So now here's the way I'm gonna mute Tyler real quick. Now here's how it works. We, as in Tyler's team, hang on. You pick.
Yeah, okay, so let's see. I'm gonna put myself.
All right, Tyler is
Tyler's
going
up
to
next.
play against.
Who's your player, babe?
I see the up scores.
You guys hands sweating too?
Jerry,
Oh, good
Jerry?
pick.
let's go.
Let's go.
Jerry Stuckert.
All right, now it's my
Stuckart.
turn to answer the questions.
So I'm giving Jerry one game. Let's do it.
Yes, correct. Jerry, you have to win one for the team.
Good luck. Yours looks really good. Great leg. Nobody's beating that one.
Ooh, man.
All right, so the
Sorry, I
right,
didn't
is
get-
right here.
So I let my turn to answer the questions in the chat. Whew. Honestly, it was very stressful. It's so much more stressful than playing like the final of the WPA tournament. It's just because.
How do you
it's
like
just
that?
Because it's so new, and you're like running around like crazy, and you're trying to figure out the pattern.
And you're playing Chris Green?
Yeah. You play Chris Green. Chris is a freaking monster. And this handicap, it really is amazing that you can put a really good player against, a pretty
What's up?
mediocre player like.
Oh, hang
300
on.
to
We are
400
getting
Fargo,
something situated. Let me
and
ask. What are we
the better
doing?
player
1
doesn't
second,
have
Jerry.
to win.
That's right.
No, I had an issue with the score.
Just the issue with the scoring app.
Back pool says Tyler's team would also get 5 bonus points for winning the match against Margaret. Because I guess Chris was a big underdog in the match.
Oh, yeah.
I believe.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, at my
pool, tell us more. We're still learning, so tell us.
Okay, we're good.
Handicap system or whatever, but they have like this whole algorithm that they use.
Is it 1 point per 100
Oh,
Yeah.
bad pool. Please tell us more. I mean, any information that you can
Chris was a big underdog because usually in
interject
tournaments,
into
they
the
spot
conversation,
one
the
game
chat
for
would be
every 40 to
fabulous.
50 points. So I mean, he was a big underdog. Uh-oh.
Stop talking,
Yeah, I
Tyler.
gotta stop talking.
Wide open.
All right.
Tyler just loves talking.
He's on 7 seconds.
Okay, don't judge my 8-ball patterns. It's been a while, okay, guys?
Actually, I just got a message from
Extension.
Jamie.
Extension.
Yeah, Dale, I
par-
cannot believe you didn't give Chris a hug
Pardon?
after he won.
Pardon?
That was the biggest match in his professional career, and you let the guy down. You didn't even come out of your booth to give a guy a hug.
I did for the first game. That's all I could.
Unacceptable.
That's all I could handle.
That's going on a score.
I can only
100%.
hug Chris one
I
time
beat
in the night.
Margaret in the ultimate pool match, in the inaugural.
In the inaugural event.
Someone said this is the most refreshing league format I've ever been involved with. I totally agree. This is a lot of fun. And honestly, like even for the pros, it is super fun. Tyler and I played a couple events. We went to Arizona. We went to, where else did we go to? No, I think Arizona was my first event I went to, and we played the Scotch doubles. And when the clock is running and you
Nice
have to run
shot.
the pattern so fast, especially when you're behind, it is so much fun. It is stressful, but it's a lot of fun at the same time. And the thing about that is the 30-minute match clock really makes it quick and fun. For me personally, like if I was a league player, I wouldn't want to be at the pool room till 1 o'clock, especially if you have family, you know, if you have plans the next day. You know, you get to the pool room, let's say your league starts at 6 p.m., you're probably done by 9 or 10. It's a 3-4 hour commitment, and then you can get back home and have a good rest. So for me, that would be a huge point.
That's one of the things that we've discussed quite often is everybody has that 1 or
Yeah.
2, 3 league.
My friend Ray just reminded me that I just let down 150 people who were watching, plus my teammates. I'm sorry, guys. It's been such a long day. Excuses.
Yeah.
Oh, Tyler got out of line.
Tyler always gets out of line. Sometimes on the pool table too. But Jerry Stuckert, if you don't recognize that name, Jerry Stuckert is the tournament director for the WPBA. That's who Tyler's playing right now. He works with Dean Raisler, originally from Green Bay, Wisconsin, and now residing in Arizona. So he's a heck of a player himself. Should be a fun match if Jerry gets back to the table again. He won't in this game.
Well, unfortunately for my team, this guy at the table is pretty good at this game. So
Just a little.
he got lucky because Jerry broke dry. Don't break dry, Jerry.
You might have seen him on the Moscone Cup
Pro
team.
tip: don't break dry, and don't miss balls.
That's a really
If you
good
do
tip.
these 2 things, you have pretty good chance. Big chance.
So again, if you're looking at the shot clock or the match clock, everything has stopped. So while the player is racking the balls, actually Tyler is putting it up there right now, so I'm going to do the exact same thing. If you look in what Tyler's looking at on the table, this is the sheet to rack the pattern. Also, if you are not aware, if you've never watched Ultimate Pool before, the head ball does not go on the spot. It is the 8 ball that goes on the spot. So once Tyler breaks, that is when the match clock starts again. Once the cue ball or the last ball stops rolling, that is when the shot clock starts again.
It's your time to shine.
See how good my leg was?
Your leg was unbelievable. Yes.
It's the voice of Jerry Stuckert and Margaret.
The match clock starts, I believe, as soon as all the balls
Extension.
come to a stop after the break.
All right,
Correct
Tyler.
me if I'm wrong, Dale. Yes. So the match clock
Extension,
and
yeah.
the shot clock
Cool.
starts after the break as soon as all the balls stop.
So
Yes, correct. The rack has a certain pattern. It is a pattern specifically designed to avoid pattern wrecking, and you know how some players would prioritize certain pattern to make the position of stripes or solids, to put them in a specific way to create an advantage. So this pattern for the ultimate pool specifically designed to avoid any advantages. It's 100% even spread between solids and stripes.
if you ever want to know what Rick Chamberlain looks like, take a look at that picture. See, he's the new
someone was saying,
the new Tyler
Randy was
Steyer.
saying that the shot
He's a
clock
beautiful
started too
man.
soon. Well, Randy, you gotta understand one thing. This is the first time we're doing this. This is literally the first time we are testing the format. It's like a test run, so there's gonna be mistakes. You know, everybody's learning. There's never been done before. So the guys who are doing the shot clock and the match clock, we're all learning. So this is just a fun exhibition / learning experience too.
I disagree. I want to kick their butts.
Don't be too hard on us. Be nice.
Yeah, but she's right. It's 100% correct. We're all learning this as well. We've never done this before.
I'm just this like a peacemaker.
So
Why can't just everybody get along and love each other?
I don't know. I've been watching it.
especially from a stream perspective, if Rick Chamberlain wasn't here right now, I'd be lost. You know, I can do all the cameras and everything else, but you know, Rick is working the shot clock. There's so much to this. So this is not something that you're going to see during league. The only thing that has to be managed is the player list and the clock. So it's pretty simple for league play.
Missed the ball yet, dude. I'm so proud of you. Keep going, Jerry. Let's go.
Keep it going. Keep it
Let's
going.
go. Tyler, Jerry hasn't missed the ball yet. He's playing amazing.
Oh yeah,
Yes, Chris is going to be bragging about this win for a long time.
We're never going to.
We're putting the new
Yeah.
Mucci cue to work,
Chris
everybody.
is going to be like 90 years old. He's like, you know, I beat Margaret.
Literally took him 20 minutes to get a drink at the bar because he had to tell him at the bar that he beat you.
Probably, yes. Look at all
Chris,
Tyler's
attaboy.
teammates just chilling.
I got lucky, but I'll take it.
you know, here.
They all think they got it right now.
Give him hell, Jerry.
There's Chris Green sitting right next to Tyler. If you don't recognize that man, I'll tell you what. Hats off to Chris. He has been in this booth about as many times as I have. It just, yeah. He's putting a lot of effort into the stream, and he's there when I need him almost all the time. So.
And the line.
Correct. Fred Renner. 1 extension per game.
That 7 ball is a pain in my ass. Extension.
And we're here at the Varsity Club in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Quite a few people hanging around.
He's not out yet, Jerry.
Tyler's team,
He's not
or
out
I'm sorry,
yet.
Margaret's team. Rich Stodler and Jerry Stuckert.
Yeah, the 7 ball is definitely tricky.
On the right-hand side is Tim Volkman and Tyler Westhouse.
Oh, they're showing me. I don't know where the camera is, but looks like that one. I'm gonna wave.
All right, well, hang on a second, then I'll just
Yeah,
put
it
it
was a
back
good
over
shot.
there.
Yeah, and he hit it like super clean too. Very good. All right, I'm actually really curious to see what Tyler is going to do here. The 7 ball is in a tricky spot. I think he's going to try to open up the 5 right now. No, he won't. Okay. Yeah, you can actually bank the 5. That's a good idea. Open up the 7 from the 6. I mean, you can probably cut the 5 from the center of the table. Yeah, it's definitely makeable. I can see it on the stream.
Oh.
Table is playing a little bouncy. A little bouncy bounce.
Too hard.
That's a little
Too hard. I
too
might have got
hard.
lucky.
Big ball.
It's a little too hard. No way. You didn't get there. No jump cues.
Shucks.
What is he gonna do there? Is he missing it into the rail and into the 5? Yeah, wow. Good effort.
That was a
Let's go,
heck of a
Jerry.
try.
One time, Jerry. Oh my god, I actually start feeling terrible.
All right, so we got
Like,
less than
once
20 minutes
everything
left.
calms down, like, that was terrible.
You want to make Dale cry? We're
No,
out of
I'm
sun
kidding,
drop.
I'm kidding.
Oh no.
But it was super stressful.
I just
and
tried
a
to
lot of
get
fun
one.
at the same time. It's such a weird mix of
Ouch.
emotions. You know, it's like you're having fun, but you also don't want to miss. So you're trying to concentrate, but it's also it is a lot of pressure.
Good shot.
Great shot. Oh no.
Oh,
Yeah. He's got the 12 and the 14.
he almost
What is
scratched
Tyler
on
using
it.
for a tip? It's a good question. I believe he's currently using the Kamui medium. We'll ask him after the match is over. My husband's changing tips so often that I already lost track of which one he's currently using.
Austin Rush, yeah, but we're definitely going to be doing a couple more of these. Rick is going to be doing a couple in the Milwaukee area. I'm not sure if they're all going to be streamed. Oh, yeah, this makes it a little bit more challenging for Jerry to get on that 13 ball. So I'm definitely going to be streaming a couple of more on my channel, but I believe that Rick is going to do as much as he can to either live stream to Facebook or whatever for some of the exhibition matches in the Milwaukee area. And how can you sign up? Send me a private message, Austin.
Ever?
Jerry calls his
Seriously,
extension.
One time, I think once or twice, I played doubles. It's with my husband, so it's a little different, you know.
Yeah.
You let each other down pretty much every day. So
Yeah.
marriage, you don't care. You do stupid stuff all the time. But, you know, when you play for a team, can you imagine? Oh, no.
Oh my God. You've got to be kidding.
He is
Probably must
hooked
say it.
on the outer points.
Can you imagine the amount of pressure they feel when they play Moscone?
So-
I cannot even imagine. This is like
No,
little
you can't.
exhibition match at the varsity club. Can you imagine playing for your country?
You cannot jump,
That would be a lot of
so
pressure.
he has to massey around this.
Put him on
Wow.
the rail.
What a
He doesn't have to make this one.
that's a kick in the butt.
Table is playing while springing. It's definitely hard to get used to. Yeah. Too good.
Freeze on it.
That's the voice of Rich.
Hey, Dale.
Rich.
Make sure he knows that he can't stop the clock until the cue ball stops. This cue ball is going to be spinning a little bit.
What? Okay. Wait, look at
Really,
this.
Tyler. Really.
Oh, you can't see it. I'm sorry. Let me get to a different view.
Unbelievable.
There
Yeah,
we
go.
go.
Get him, Jerry.
It finally
Tyler, question
stopped.
from the chat. Which tip are you using?
Mucci puts Ultra Skin tips on their cues. This is an Ultra Skin medium.
Okay. Yeah,
So-
I was too far off.
It got about 4 more seconds off the shot clock, just with the cue ball spinning like that. All right. I'm going to get that shot clock on there for you.
Put this over here.
Let's see if that works.
Dale, just so you guys know, the shot clock doesn't start until all the balls stop moving.
Come on. Let's go.
I think I got all the point hooks out of my way.
Yes. And all the right breaks and the scratches. Now we got
One scratch, one dry break.
So there's 15 minutes and 55 seconds left
Let's go.
to this match. And Jerry has got to, he's got to get a couple of wins here. So Tyler started at -1, right? Yeah, difference between 600 and 700 up score.
Dale, just so you know, the graphics of the Ultimate Pool Fox Valley looks super cool on the table.
Thank you.
I love it.
Thank you. Yeah, I like it. I like the way that looks.
Strategically block the pocket.
That's the one.
I think the reason the hit sounds very weird or unique is because his mic is really close to the cue when he's shooting, so it might make a little bit weird noise. But he likes firmer tips, so it might make a little more sound versus a soft tip.
So if you've not watched, I do a mic'd up Scotch doubles. So if you're from Wisconsin and you watch Outer Points Productions, you already know that. And I have the players all mic'd up. It's one of the features that I really enjoy about having the players mic'd up is listening to their cue balls or the Q-tip hit the ball. It adds a little bit of excitement to it. Plus you can hear the balls going in the pocket. Oh, just missed Tyler.
What's that?
Tyler asking for an extension.
Are they listening?
Yeah, they will. They'll hear me.
Oh. Who? I'm not sure if Dale muted me because I was talking. He completely ignored me. You muted me? Thanks. I was actually complimenting
your
graphics. The Ultimate Pool Fox Valley looks really cool on the table.
Thank you. No, I got that part.
Yeah, he muted me.
She'll be okay. All right, Randy Parlick. Yeah, I got it. Got your message.
He's not out yet.
Yeah. This is the first of very few times that you will see Tyler and Margaret playing. Uh-oh. 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 Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Come on, Jerry, get him.
Very few times that you will see Tyler and Margaret playing on a bar table.
Great shot.
It fell. This is exactly what Margaret's team needed for this match. Ooh, this might prove to be... Yeah, we'll see. Hit it good.
Nice shot.
All right, we've got 10 minutes.
Let's go! Woo!
10
now
minutes.
Dale has to come out from the booth and give him a hug.
No,
dry break.
No, he is not.
Enemy team, so he's
No,
not gonna
he
do
is
it.
not. That is not going to happen.
We need a dry break.
I will give him a kick in the rear end is what I'll do.
But yeah, talking about the shot clock, it is definitely a strategic thing to take an extension if you are leading and you know there's little time left and you just don't want to get your opponent any chances to get back to the table and have a chance to run out, then you take an extension and you run the clock as much as possible. There's definitely a strategy to it. They definitely got me with this strategy, that's for sure.
All right. Players are having a lot of fun out there. Well, it doesn't look like it because everybody's on their phone. Here, check this. Look at this view. Chris Green. Everybody's looking at their phone. I think they're watching the stream.
go.
Oh my gosh, did Margaret's team abandon her?
Good amount of spin on the cue ball. There you go. He makes sure he put the maximum spin on the cue ball.
So thanks everybody very much for tuning in this evening on a Sunday night. If you're just getting here, this is the very first UPL Fox Valley exhibition match. We've got Team Tyler and Team Margaret, 5-person team. And this is a full description basically of our league play that's going to be taking off here in Wisconsin. So if you want to see some of the rules or some of the questions and you just got here, go all the way back to the very beginning. And we've got Tyler and Margaret explaining pretty much everything about the game. There will be questions and we'll get to them as soon as possible. Thank you, Ernie. By the way, Bat Pool, thank you for tuning in and giving a lot of information that has been, I've been watching. Sorry if I'm not commenting. I'm letting Tyler and Margaret do that as much as possible, but thank you for all your input. So I'm going to mute that just for a second. Todd Foles, do leagues have to be in-house or can they be different establishments? So I am not exactly sure how to answer that. If it is... Rick, can you help me out? Or
Yeah, we're in Milwaukee. We're going to try to do everything in-house if we can. However, traveling leagues are certainly available. So depending on the size of the venue that we're talking about, if they have 4 or more tables, it'll be very easy to get a full league in there. If they have a couple of tables, then we probably have to have a couple of different venues.
All right, there you have it. Actually, I just got a message from Jamie as well from UPL that they can do traveling leagues as well. I like it. Thanks, Jamie. Actually, I think Rick did answer that question. Jamie, I'm sorry that you can't comment in the chat. That would be awesome if you could to get in there. That's all right if not. Thanks for your help. Yeah, that's one of the things that I really enjoy about this format as well is Jamie just mentioned the alternate break. Love that part of it. Yes, Randy. I'll mute that for just a second. Nobody's talking anyway. There is, what Rick and I are working out too is getting a deal on getting a bunch of the tablets at each establishment. So that way they're all charged at the same time. They're all on a big charging bank, so they're always ready for a league. So it all depends on how many teams you have. So it's actually pretty simple math. If you've got 20 teams, then you need 10 tablets. So whatever you have, just divide it in half because obviously you're going to be sharing a tablet for each match.
He's definitely playing slow on purpose right now. Taking his sweet time. Yeah. Take another circle around the table, Tyler. Not in the clock.
Yeah, if you watch, he's running that clock all the way down to. Oh, watch how long this.
Yeah, take 2 circles around the table, Tyler.
Watch how long it takes him to shoot.
What a guy. What a guy.
Well, you have to make sure that there's plenty of chalk.
I really hope I don't lose this match. It's gonna bite me in the ass.
Yeah, it will too. And I'm on his team, so that's even worse. Not a big fan if that's what happens. It's loud out there.
Perfect. That's a good plan.
So if you're just tuning in, this is match number 2. This is match number 2 of 5. And Chris Green beat Margaret Steyer the first set. And Tyler obviously up 3-1 in this set. So Jerry Stuckert's going to have to get on it. Or not.
Yeah, that's a pretty good break.
Yeah, I think this game is pretty much over already. Take solids, shoot 5-2. Five, 2, 6, 7, 4, 8. I'm going to go out on a limb here, Rick. Say he gets it. A lot going on at the Varsity Club tonight for a Sunday.
Yeah, one thing I love about this format is that, first of all, it's really quick, and second, that it's played on one table. So the whole team is gathered around the table. You have 2 teams around one table, and it just creates such a cool atmosphere. It's seriously like a mini Moscone. I love it. Super fun. I've never experienced anything like that before, so I'm just so glad we got to do this. Super fun.
Yeah, this has been a treat for all of us. Hey, I picked the pattern right. That's a first. I don't do that in my regular stream. Well, unless he shoots the 4 first.
He might be in a little bit of a trouble.
How you doing, Bob 80? You look at the chat. Margaret said it's weird cheering against her own husband.
Yeah, this guy's pretty good. I know.
He's pretty decent.
So lucky.
Yeah. I think that's going to wrap up this game as well. And that puts Jerry Stuckert 3 behind with 2 minutes and 18
I'm surprised you didn't call an extension on the 8. Or like take 2 strategic loops around the table.
Sure.
I was telling the chat that it's so weird to root against your own husband. Yeah, Dale just told me it was so much fun, except that I dogged my brains out. Everything else was super fun. No, I'm kidding. That was so cool. I had a lot of fun. It's definitely a friendly match, and it's all good fun. go, Jerry. You're gonna give me a heart attack, Jerry.
You better run, Jerry. You better.
Now we are going to see the real speedball in action. Jerry has less than 2 minutes left, and he has to win at least 3 more racks to tie the match, which is extremely hard. But if you run fast enough, I don't know. I don't think it's physically possible. But he'll do his best. Bank it.
Uh-oh. 1 minute left.
I'll tell Jerry that he doesn't have time to chalk his cue after the match.
Good shot.
Good shot. Stop, go. Stop.
Oh,
no.
no.
No love.
That's like the worst thing that could have happened.
Oh. You did your best. You did your best. Yes, correct. The 8 on the break gets spotted.
He's a pretty decent player.
Everything that could go wrong happened.
Right? That was a good match, guys.
All right.
All right, that is another point for Team
The next
Tyler.
one, correct.
Chatter.
Oh, boy.
I'll go in the booth.
Oh, my goodness.
He's probably going to want me to take this off.
Tim. Let's go, buddy.
Okay.
Get him.
I gotta hit the same ball full on this bank.
Yeah. That's cool for you.
David Wall.
All right, looks like
yes,
I'm going to be
8-ball
doing
breaks
some
get
playing.
respotted. And a different rule for UPL.
Gonna wait until
if
Chris
you make
Green
the
gets
8-ball
back.
on the
Do you
break
want to put your cues over
and
here?
don't make any
Sit
other
right
ball,
here?
you
So
don't
you're
get to keep
closer to
shooting.
the
The
table.
8-ball is not a solid or strike.
Stay over here and let Chris go in there.
Yeah, sure.
All right. I gotta wait. I don't know where the hell he is.
So Tyler, are you gonna jump in the booth?
Chris is going to go in the booth.
Chris is going in the booth? Okay.
I'll call him. Oh my God.
Rich.
You're going in the
Go in the booth.
You're going in the booth. Woo!
Hey, Slack. What's up?
I know.
Good job.
I think he missed one ball.
A hell of a good break.
That he didn't leave himself.
No, I hooked myself.
Oh, on the 500.
Almost made it.
For the break, I'm hitting like 3/4 of a ball on the second ball. I think that's the break on this table.
3/4
'Cause-
second ball.
Yeah, because if you hit it too thick, it's easy to scratch in the sun. Because the table's playing so bouncy. Any little spin on the cue ball makes it go one rail in the sun.
All right.
So
Dale is going to be playing, so they called me into the booth, so you get to put up with me. My name is Rich. Happy to be here.
leg it up.
What a fun format this is. My turn is coming up soon here. We need a win. I'm on Team Margaret, and we are in desperate need of a win, so we are rooting hard for Tim Volkman. Who wants Tim to beat Dale? It looks like Dale's definitely winning that leg. Tim didn't even get it to the second diamond.
Come on, Cheddar.
Yeah, Tyler, the man sleeping on the couch tonight after his setup with Chris Green playing Margaret. Bold strategy, which worked.
I'm going to heckle you, though. I might not cheer for you.
Okay, so we got... Okay, so... I'm thinking you're going to go
so we
next.
practiced this format quite a bit yesterday and then a little bit today. And wow, I've played a lot of pool in my life, and this is one of the funnest things I've ever done.
Is because Chris is a 492. Let's go.
Oh,
he's on your team.
I know.
So Chris is a 492, but he's still considered the 400 to 500 range. So he's the highest number that we have to play Margaret, and Margaret had to give him 3 games. So yeah, exactly. If you would have been a 492 and him a 490, you would have gone first because you're the 2 points difference.
So it was a great strategy because then Margaret had to give him 3 games. And with the time format, it's hard to recover. Basically, if Chris wins 1 game, Margaret's really going to have a time crunch.
Come on,
there.
Chatter.
So it was a great strategy. Sign on here, quick.
So Margaret has no choice but to play Rich next. Well, it depends who wins here.
All right, I see the comment in the chat. 9 points for Tyler,
I
1
think
point
she's going to
for
put
Jerry.
Rich next because she's going to try to
this
get
is
a
not
point
how
on the
it
board.
works.
Rich is a
Tyler
573.
gets just 1 point.
I'm probably
going
to put Roger up
So
because
it
it's a
doesn't
50-50
really
match
matter whether you win
with those two.
5-1 or
And if she puts Vincent up,
2-1,
then Roger's a
or
favorite against
3-2.
Vincent. If she puts Rich up, then
it
it's a
is still going
50-50
to be
match.
1 point
Because right now,
for
with the way
winner.
the handicaps work, she's going to put Rich up, and you guys are only, what, 87 points apart.
Yeah, sounds like I'm going to be playing Roger, which is totally fine. All right, so we got a little Cheddar here working some magic with a wide open table. This one should definitely be game over. And this is an even match, no spot. They're very similar in Fargo, Tim and Dale. The thing with Tim especially, Tim plays so fast normally that this shot clock is not really going to be in play for him at all. He's like a 5-second guy. Oh, wow. Could have just hit that a little better. Come on, Dale. Fire that cue ball right in the side pocket. That'd be awesome. Oh. Wow. Wow.
Still a big favorite to win this game, though.
Right now, Dale's the best player on our team. Oh, well, that's right. Come on, Timmy. Me and Timmy go way back. Tim can play some serious pool. He is handicapped because he is one of the best jumpers in the world, and don't do it. It stayed up. What a shot. What a shot.
How is that even possible?
How is it possible for you not to get good shape on that 8-ball, Dale? That's what I want to know. You guys probably might not be able to hear that, but Dale was screaming how that's even possible for that 8-ball not to go in. Well, I am.
Good.
Ooh. Bouncy. It's getting bouncy.
Yeah, you're gonna want to listen to. You're gonna want to play that one back when you get home. Timmy's
Good
out. All right, fantastic. This is what we needed. And so Team Margaret, we got me. We're going to have me and Vincent left, and Roger and Jason Van left. So this thing really could come down to the wire. And
You're supposed to hit it with low right.
No what?
You're supposed to hit it with low right and kill it. You hit it with just right and it took off on you.
On the 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
get him straightened out,
Hit
Tyler.
it soft with low right.
Somebody's got to teach this man.
Come on, Cheddar.
I was nervous on that 2 ball. Literally, I'm like, I haven't felt pressure like this in a long time. You know?
Cheddar said he's nervous.
I could hear him. I could hear him.
You can get out of group more often, I guess.
No doubt.
And Timmy's got that racked wrong.
Yeah, I get it to the
Does he?
center much easier.
Yeah, he's got that racked wrong. Is it right? Oh yeah, I see. Yep.
Does he have the pattern?
Yeah. I got the paper up.
Yeah, my bad. How dare I doubt Tim? How's Ella doing? Ella's doing way, way better. Unbelievable. So my daughter was in a motorcycle accident, snapped her femur, and she's to be 20 years old again. But got a long way to recovery, but she
okay,
is
I'll run 7
finally
of them
starting
for
to
you.
walk. And they cleared her to drive. So, yeah, thanks for asking, Fred. Hope you're doing well, my friend. I hope you guys are liking this format. This is just so much fun. Like, I've been part of leagues for a long time, and this is different. This is just something. I don't know, the time clock. I can't tell you exactly what it is about it, but it's addicting, and it's really stressful watching it. So. So we got a little bit of traffic here around that side pocket. Can bust that out right now. Good shot there. Got absolutely hosed. Does the 15 ball go? It's close. Yeah, he's got it. Trying to get the 9 out of there, or get behind the 9, or just make the 15 and leave the 9 right there. Good shot, Dale. I shouldn't pick. Dale has been really nice to me.
When you play, remember slap counts.
when,
So if you get in a weird situation, sometimes you just want to kick hard at a ball and hit it full and just let it fly.
I've played on a stream where I played terrible, and Dale was extremely kind, so I probably shouldn't talk as much crap. Hit the 12, hit anything. Loving the format, Tim? Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, the shot clock. You know what it does, because I'm a complete rookie at it. But it's knowing when the 30 seconds is up. Like for me, I feel like I've got to rush. But really, you have to rush identifying patterns. That's what makes it hard. So Tim called Margaret in. You get 1 coaching for the extension.
I think there's only
Margaret's mic is not on. And I probably am supposed to put that on.
Yeah.
I apologize.
That's okay.
But yeah, so Tim can call in. You get 1 extension. You can call the coach in, who happens to be Margaret, who obviously is somebody you want helping you because she is really good at pool. But yeah, like I was saying, it's recognizing patterns. really, really fast. And so I think using that extension, the shot after the break, is what makes the most sense, so you can, figure out a pattern. But then what it is it's not rushing. 30 seconds is still enough to go through your pre-shot, and it's doing that without rushing, which is hard to do. Tim is looking pretty good. At 6 ball, I think that goes in a corner, no problem, past the 13. So pretty wide open here. He'd obviously like to be a little straighter on that 6 so he can hold for the 1 ball there. Do something. Okay. Well, it's going to get a little interesting now. I don't know if the 6 goes in the side. If not, I mean, he can play it off the 9. It's pretty tight, though. Oh, what a shot. What a shot. Great angle on the 3 to get to the 1. Tim Volkman. Women want him and men want to be him. That's why they don't call me in to do commenting very often.
Yeah, so right here, Vincent's going to have to give you a game, and you guys are really close. So the way they do handicap tournaments, you've probably seen this. Actually, they don't really do this anymore, but usually it's every 40 or 50 points difference, you get 1 game, right? Well, here, you could be over 100 points apart and you're only getting 1 game. And that's just to start for your first
Yeah, so
match.
there's a question about the 8 ball. If you make the 8 ball, it's spotted and you don't get to, oh no. So if you only make the 8 ball, the ball gets spotted, you don't get to keep shooting. You have to make a suited ball with the 8 ball in order to continue to shoot. That is really unfortunate. That one could cost us the match here. That very untypical for Tim. He's just a phenomenal player.
Ooh, bouncy.
So who tends the clock? So in a normal league scenario, a member of the team would be managing the clock, not the person playing, but another member of the team. And it's very basic. The clock controls are extremely basic, super easy to do. So yeah, I mean, it seems like this is the inaugural deal of this, showing it, and obviously we're all learning it, but I don't think it's going to take much time for people to learn this system. So we got a match here, 1-1. We got 19 minutes and 33 seconds left on the shot clock. And I apologize for not, you guys, do you want to see a different view? I think if we switch that, I think you got the overhead. That's probably the better view to put it on. I am normally in here with Dale, not pushing any buttons, just making stupid comments, so you don't get the full experience without having Dale in here. So Dale's doing a head-on break, made a ball. It is difficult to make a ball, surprisingly, with the 8 ball on the spot. The second ball break, I've played on this table. The second ball break, pocket a ball almost every time, and that it just is. I personally haven't found a break that's consistent on this table with that 8 on the spot. So it's kind of an interesting little wrinkle. Dale better hurry up. Dale better hurry up. That was 0, right on the money. Right on the timer.
I do too.
So this means he could get a coach, right? Because this is technically $4.99 and under Fargo.
So that's Tyler's mic. Roger's over there asking him a question. Sorry about that. I don't know which one is his mic, but
Oh yeah, Summer Leagues is the third. These are the updated third session rules. Yeah.
So that's like $4.99 and under, I believe.
telling Tyler right now not to put his hand over. All right, we got him squared away. I admonished him for, I feel sorry for the headphone folks out there, but rest assured I just gave him the business for you. So Dale just called an extension. Unfortunately, that's not for his height. That is just for time. If that way, he would have called extension a long time ago if that wasn't the case. Oh my gosh, he's going to kill me if he listens to this. Dale, I'm sorry. I love you, man. I'm just nervous about it. I haven't played yet. So Dale is sitting real pretty here. Let's see what he does. He's going forward. Oh no, he just at the last second changed his mind there. That's a good shot. And looks like he's pretty straight in, but he'll definitely have the 8-ball after this. So what he's doing, you know, it really comes down to strategy now. Do you want to milk the clock? Like, when do you want to start milking the clock? He's going to be up here 2-1, which is not enough for me to start milking it. Oh, I think he's still got it.
Put it in the hole. Come on.
So after this game, I'm going to get Margaret to answer this question about the sanction. I don't know if we're going to be able to get you that answer. I got to believe somebody knows this answer.
Attaboy.
So I'll call Tyler in here.
So Margaret's mic is not on.
Okay.
Your mic is. Can you answer that? You know the answer.
Is this a race or just play until time?
Bottom one. Sanction. Your mic's not on. If you could have. Do you know how to turn her mic on?
Tyler's mic is on.
His mic is on.
We don't know how much the sanction fees are.
$32.
$32.
$32.
And then weekly fees are going to be anywhere between
And 12 and 15.
Yeah, we're not sure yet. It's between 12 to 15.
Okay. Hopefully that answers your question, because I don't know what any of that means. And tell Tyler to give me my phone back.
And Tyler, he needs his phone back.
That's dangerous.
You're on. Margaret's off.
No, mine's not on. Yeah, it is. Mine is on? Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's weird, because now everything is quiet out there. Something. We just pushed a button. We just pushed a button. Can somebody tell me, can you hear me? Can somebody comment? Let me know if you can hear me. because I think I pushed the wrong button. Yeah, I got my phone. I can actually hear that, so maybe I turned Tyler's off. It was this. I think it was this button. We're just going to start pushing buttons. Shoot. Okay. This is why I'm gonna push that button again because we know that you can at least hear me. And then after this game, we will. Yeah, exactly. We lost Tyler and Margaret. I apologize. This is why I can't have anything nice. So we'll have to go a game here without. But I think actually they're making out right now anyway, so it doesn't matter. You don't want to listen to that. Okay. So we got Timmy is down 2-1, 1-2, and solids are looking pretty good here. Solids are looking pretty good. 6-ball, 2-ball, 1 ball's in a corner, so all right. Good shot there. He's got the 7-ball. Yeah, I don't even see. Okay, yeah, they're just sitting at the table talking, Tyler and Margaret. So, are they playing on 9-foot tables? No, they are not. They are playing on a 7-foot diamond table. And that's honestly, one of the things that I really love about watching the pros play Ultimate Pool is to see them play on the same equipment that I play on, to really see just how terrible I am at pool, to watch them. League can be any size? Oh, really? League can be any size, so it doesn't have to be on a 7-footer. Great shot there, Timmy. Yeah, so that's up to you guys then, up to the league, operator on what tables you're going to play on. But I really enjoy watching on TV, watching the pros play on the 7-footers. It just really shows you what's possible. It's just amazing to me when they break and there's these clusters. Even when you just watch Tyler play and Margaret play, like they just get out even with all the clusters. Their cue ball control is just amazing. So Timmy made this a little bit more difficult, but he can still easily get out here. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Okay, he's got the 6. So he's at least got a shot here. He's checking to see if the 3 goes past the 15, which it's close. So if it does, he could draw back. Otherwise, he'd have to play a really thin cut into the other corner. It doesn't look like much is available for banks. Can he see this? Is he banking this in the side now? What in the world just happened? He must have had that ball. But I'll tell you, from camera stuff, it did not look like that would go. Obviously, he had to spin it in, but still, like, an amazing shot. All right. Tyler and Margaret are on a small break, yeah. Okay, so it wasn't me. Great shot, Timmy. Come on, 12-ball. Get out of the way. All right. This is a big shot. We got 11 minutes left, and this is 2-1. This is to tie the match. We are down 0-2 right now. Who wants Timmy to drain this 8-ball? Let's get it going. Man, my heart is absolutely pounding. We need this match. We need this win. Come on, Timmy. Dead center. Never a doubt. Ties up the match with 10 minutes left to go. Now, the next thing is we don't need a tie here. We need a win. We got to have a win here. So with the time that's left, we're probably going to get 2 more games. So Tim needs to win them both, or if this next game can take a while and Tim wins it, then he could milk out the clock in the last game possibly. So, which is exactly if you can just do the math. You got a 30-second shot clock, so you know how many balls are on the table, and just milk that clock. Or if it's wide open, then just run them out. What is the Fargo of the players? Tim is probably like a 627 is going to be, it's a guess. And then Dale I think Dale's like a 640, 647, 627 against a 647. That's going to be my guess. I'm probably pretty close with those numbers. Dale's a little worried right now. So he's throwing up a little prayer right now, because if Dale loses this, he lets down his entire team. Oh, nothing. Okay, what a great break with no balls. And stripes are sitting real pretty here. Solids are good too, with just the 2 and the 5. So I don't know if Tim's probably got that 9 right out of the get-go here. So old Team Margaret is looking like a comeback is in order here. Okay, we're good. All right. And now there's room. The 11 goes into that corner, so we're looking good there. The new guy isn't racking correctly. Okay. We can look at that. Let me see. I don't think... Let me take a look. Yeah. I'm on my phone. We'll look at it on the next one.
I'm just checking to see if you can hear me, because I just turned the mic on.
No, I can't. But there's a lot of buttons, and I think I pushed some wrong buttons. After this game, tell Dale to come in and get the buttons pushed right.
So, guys in the comments, if you can hear me, let me know.
They can't hear you. They can't. I can tell you they can't. Yeah, I pushed some buttons. I messed up. I'm sorry. I'm getting yelled at by my team captain, but she's so yeah, she wanted to talk to you guys, and I don't have the right button. He did not do the correct pattern. Okay. Dale's a 637. Okay, I was 10 off. Come on. That's not terrible. I guessed his Fargo based on his looks, and it's the best I can do. What's Timmy's? I guess the 627. Somebody look up Timmy. Tell me what he's at. Tim Volkman. Volkman. That sounds right. And Tim is stripes. Tim is stripes. Come on, Timmy. Good shot there. Come out 2 rails, 8 in the side. That's what I would do. That's also why Timmy's a much higher Fargo rate than me. I think the pity to see a pro or even a 700 Fargo to be still playing on bar boxes. That's why the whole world is better than the U.S. Well, they don't have to. They can play on big tables. But, yeah, to each their own. But love the comment, love the opinions. There are no bad opinions here. The thing is, truthfully, on 8-ball, I think a big table is easier. You have a bigger spread with 8-ball, where on a bar box, the clusters, there just isn't enough room. You know, the balls are the same size, but the table's bigger, so it just opens up and you have more spaces, because that's really the challenge with 8-ball. If you just have an open table, you're going to run them out, and so on a 9-footer, you just have more room. What I wish, personally, I think 8-foot table is the best table. I love 8-ball because I suck on a 9-footer, but it's too tight on a 7-footer. But I love watching the way that they work around, breakouts and clusters and all that. So Tim is a 621. Okay. All right. That's not bad. Mike Gaines is here. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Really, you should go to the Watch UK an 8-ball plate on the bar boxes. Yeah, that'd be cool. I do watch it because they got the red balls, right? Red balls and yellow balls and different. It's a different deal. Dale is here to save the day, to get Margaret's mic working. My best one so far was when you called an extension and I said that's not for his height, that's for the time.
All right, are we good now?
You're good.
Can you hear me?
In here?
Yeah, we can hear her now.
Perfect. All right, let me know if you guys can hear me.
We can hear. This is what it's
We
like
had
to be
a little
Tyler,
technical
listening to
issue
Margaret
with the
now.
microphone.
By the way, right now Tim will be a driver. So.
He doesn't, yeah. Yep. Dale's begging. When Dale starts begging, good things are happening for Team Margaret. So. No 15 shot clock, second shot clock in the league. That is correct. In the other one, they do drop to 15, but in these they don't. In the pros, they do drop to 15, but not in this. Great question.
We have a question in the chat. What happens if the match ends in a tie?
Hey, there it is.
Dale called it. They're hugging. They're hugging it out.
Right. What happens if the match ends in a tie?
It's a tie.
It's a tie.
It's a tie.
So you get a point, and they get a point.
I don't know how the points work.
Okay.
Is it a half point?
Sounds good. We are not 100% sure on that one.
Okay, that's a great question. We'll get that figured out at some point, maybe. All right.
They have a duel in the parking lot. I like that. That would be fun.
Good shot, Cheddar.
Tyler's begging for Dale. This is a huge game. So we got the game we needed, but there's still a lot of time left on the clock. So this game is going to finish, and it's really important that Dale doesn't run out. Unfortunately, this table is looking real sweet for Dale now.
Is that why all those tournaments? That's the floor I donated.
That would have been the stream carpet.
So we really need Dale to do something dumb here. Not that I'm partial, but I am, because I'm on Margaret's team. So if they didn't want that, they shouldn't have called me in here. So miss Dale.
Dale is
Banked
feeling
it in.
the pressure.
Banked it in. Yeah, Dale is definitely.
Dale is feeling the pressure.
When you look at Dale,
Look at that
you
stroke.
can't see him very good. Can I get his view? Like, this dude, oh, you can't quite. You just can't see his face. But his face is that of just pure terror. He is scared to death right now. Can he handle the pressure?
Yeah, Randy, you're correct. Dale is definitely getting really close to that 5 seconds, very last seconds, on almost every shot. But you know what? If you feel
This is
confident
it.
doing
This is a big
check
shot
the
right
strategy,
here.
Because this way you don't have to feel
Which,
rushed.
threading it through that window, normally
in reality,
not that hard,
30 seconds
but
is
when you're
so
under
much
this
more
much
time
pressure,
than
and you're playing for your team.
a lot of times, and when you get to the
So,
table,
can he do it?
the first instinct
Oh,
is just to rush and to run around the table, but
Okay.
honestly,
And he doesn't have the
30
bank in the
seconds
side,
is quite a
so
lot
this
of
is
time.
big.
So unless,
So now
like,
this
in my
is where
opinion, you
Tim-
should go down and, on the shot
If he gets to 4 minutes, that's
at 10, so you don't have to rush your pre-shot routine. But you know, it's easy to say. When I was at the table, I was doing the same thing. I was just rushing all the time, and my mind was just going in all different directions.
I know what a lot of you think. She is Russian all the time, but she's really not. She's from Belarus.
Let's go, Tim.
Okay, so now Tim has to decide. Okay, so we got 4 minutes, so that's 8 shots.
Tyler
Obviously,
just
that's
said the
not
jitters
enough.
and tilt.
So he could safe, but definitely take your time.
I usually say sharp cheddar.
Timmy's going to call an extension here, probably. No, he's down. He's not. He's going to shoot it. He's going to play it safe and tie up that.
There's a lot of funny things he can come up with when it comes to his nickname. He's just asking for it.
Tim is going to use up the clock. That's going to be the strategy here. And that just brings in more pressure, knowing that when you're down, it just brings in a lot of pressure. It makes it so much fun. That's a great hit.
Good hit.
So Timmy's got pretty much the 11 in the side. Looks like the shot, if he's going to play a shot, unless he's going to play a safe. I would probably shoot the 11 in the side because it's not that hard of a shot, and then safety on the next one.
You are allowed to play a safety, you're just not allowed to intentionally tie up the balls. Yes, but you can play a safety. It's not just a defensive game. It's actually a good question for the people to also understand. So for example, you cannot tie up your opponent's balls and make an intentional fall.
No intentional falls.
Then it's a violation.
Yeah, loss of game if you do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's literally like a TV sitting on the table, on the back end of the table, so everybody can see everything. 2 minutes and 14 seconds.
Can see the clock. We have a nice TV with a shot clock. Looks like a really nice setup we have here, guys, at the Varsity Club. I'm not sure if you can hear me because the music is pretty loud. It's getting pretty busy here at the Varsity Club. The later it gets.
Yeah, and the music playing in the background could end up being a problem at some point. So Tim just called an extension, which he's got. You can see it right there, counting down. So that's gonna lose a lot of time. So a nice little safety here, probably a little stop on the 15 behind the 13, and then Dale's just gonna have to hit it hard and hope for the best. He just fired it in. He didn't care. I love it. So now he's got the 13. This match is over now. He's just going to run the clock out.
He already had one.
Well, things are going to get weird.
No, they're not going to get weird. Tyler, stop it. Tyler's trying to shark my players here. What a great spot. Sportsmanship. Unbelievable. I'm talking to people in the chat. I'm saying,
use that clock up, Timmy.
Sportsmanship you are. Trying to shark my players. Yeah. No, they can hear me.
Is your mic on?
Yes, my mic is on.
Good match.
All he's got to do is shoot this ball in and the match is over. All right.
Let's go, Tim.
Timmy's not stopping. He's just going to finish it out like a man, like a boss.
Let's go! Woo!
That's it.
First point.
That's huge.
Way to
all right,
carry the
everybody,
team.
thanks for putting up with me. I'm sorry for talking over Margaret. I'll do better next time.
So since we won,
but Dale's going to be coming back in the booth, so you won't have to put up with me anymore.
First.
And yeah.
Now we are going.
I hope it's not me because I got to go to the bathroom.
We are going with Rich.
I got to go potty. I got to go potty.
What is he saying?
She doesn't know.
I gotta go potty. You gotta go potty?
I gotta go potty.
I gotta go potty.
Roger, you're up.
I'm not gonna tell you guys what Rich just said. It's not for the mic, but
Her commentator has to go potty. There you go.
Potty break
Potty
for
break.
Rich.
Who are you putting up? Are you putting up Vince or Rich?
Rich.
Rich?
Okay,
all right,
put
Roger versus Rich.
She's putting me up. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Somebody went to the bathroom and you're watching this thing
Right there.
What's up?
That's not bad.
Yeah.
It was pretty obvious from the beginning.
Yeah.
Like you have to match up players with similar in my opinion. I think.
Nope.
Oh, you sure left. I don't blame you.
Do you?
You can pick it up.
I like that. I like that clutch spot.
How you enjoying it?
Absolutely. Super nervous. My commentary is great too.
Yep. No excuses. No excuses whatsoever. Just bad play. I don't even have my glasses. All right. I'll be back. Thanks for sticking around, everybody. You sitting in here?
I figured I could come because you're not playing right now. They're not playing. Is someone else going to come back here?
All right. We've got Rich Stadler and Roger Pregler. Roger Pregler is our new billiards manager here at the Varsity Club, and Rich Stadler is he is, I'm not sure what Rich Stadler is. He owns Billet Spin EDC. He's a mediocre golfer. He's a mediocre pool player. Actually, even worse at pool than golf. He's pretty decent. We've been out many, many times before, but he gave me some excuse about 2 years ago that he injured his neck golfing, and now he can't play pool anymore. But, you know, here he is. Speaking of here he is, or they, or someone else. I've talked about it many times. We've got myself, Little Cheddar. We've got Mrs. Cheddar, which is Sharp Cheddar. She is the now retired school teacher. We've got Baby Cheddar. She's the youngest of the three. And then we've got our son, Nader Animator. And then we also have, check this lady out right here. It is not Tyler Steyer, UPL, Wisconsin. This is our oldest daughter, String Cheese. So everybody in the chat say hello to String Cheese. You can talk in the microphone if you want. If I let Chris Green use that microphone, you can use it. Trust me.
I'm just happy to be here.
Try that again.
Oh, I said I'm just happy to be here. Excited to be here.
She is back in Wisconsin. She lives somewhere in California. We're not going to say exactly where because that's none of your business. But she's home visiting us over the 4th of July for a couple of weeks. So we're glad to have her back home. Bad Eyesight says, String Cheese right over there is the chat. So if you want to talk to our viewers, I will let everybody know ahead of time that String Cheese knows absolutely nothing about pool. Zero. And that's okay. That's okay. So Jason Gibbs, yes. Let me read the rest of your question here. Does the shot clock not go down to 15 seconds at the 10-minute mark, or is it just in the Yeah. Just the televised events. During league play, what you see is what you get. Speaking of Jason Gibbs, I have Stroke Zone Gaming. I have some physical zones for you. So do me a favor and send me a private message so I don't forget. I just got him. I got him from Rick Chamberlain yesterday. So send me a private message, please. So String Cheese, what do you think of this format so far?
It's pretty cool. I think it's a great way to introduce the games and get people involved more.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like people are asking good questions and learning more. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, thanks everybody for the questions in the chat. It's been very informative for us as well. The more we get asked these questions, the more it's going to become easier for us to answer. Tyler, Margaret, and myself, we don't have all the answers yet.
Yeah. And there's no stupid questions. Well,
correct. Well, unless your name is Chris No, let's see. There's a couple of other people that might be questionable questions. We are very new to the UPL here in Wisconsin. This is our inaugural, if you can see the Ultimate Pool Fox Valley logo in the middle of the table there. We're just learning it ourselves. So with the help of Simon Webb and Jamie, Nate Kane, Jamie, I can't think of your last name, Jamie, I'm sorry. They have been so instrumental in helping us get up and running, and it is truly an honor. It's a pleasure having this on the stream. So we're going to build as much excitement about this as we possibly can. And I should probably see if Tyler and Margaret are talking at all. We did mute him. We did mic him up for a reason, but so Rich Stadler asking for an extension. Right now, Todd Foles, the score is 2-1 matches. So that means Margaret just thanks to me not playing to my potential. Gave a couple away. So that brought... And Tim played well. Tim played really well. So we are up 2 matches to 1. I tell you, Rich Stadler is all of a sudden he has found a fire that I haven't seen in forever. Oh, he shoots with the wrong hand too. That's kind of weird. Did you know they make a left-handed stick?
well, they would have to. There's a lot of lefties out there.
You think so? Yeah.
There's a lot of strange people in the world, you know?
Yes.
We're all different.
That's my daughter.
We're all different.
We are definitely different. Thank God. But no, there's no such thing as a left-handed pool cue. They're all straight.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's...
What do they do?
I gotcha.
Oh.
Yeah. They just shoot with the other hand.
Oh.
They're special that way.
Oh.
Rich is very special. Rich is showing Roger how to properly rack. So bad eyesight. The reason that UPL came up with what I can deduct is it prohibits pattern racking. So, instead of being able to put all the stripes on one side, all the solids on the other side, all the stripes in the front or all the side, in the back, they have to be racked in that pattern. Obviously, it doesn't have to be exact same color or anything like that, but it does have to be racked that way. Charles Abdullah, what's the best brand of pool cue for beginners? Oh boy, that's a lot of that's a big area. I'll be honest with you. I think Viking probably still makes the best beginner's cue. They I should say, not even so much a beginner's cue as less expensive cue. It can go anywhere from $150 or $100 to $10,000. P shower plays. All right, Roger making a mistake on the 2 ball. Tyler's tilted. So yeah, Nader Animator answered that for me. We call him Little Limburger. He's got a hygiene problem. Just kidding. Watch. Now watch String Cheese. All of a sudden he's going to start smiling. See? So you get the little delay there. It's like 15 seconds, and then it actually appears. All right, we're back. Something about Tyler interrupting us. Are we doing selfies in the booth? Oh, wait a second. Give me that over there. Now let's take a selfie. All right. Good opportunity for Roger Pregler. So if you're familiar with Varsity Club, and we've talked about it for almost on every stream because we give Matt Strong such a hard time. Matt did an incredible job of running the leagues here and several other things. And then he went and got a real job, which is so unnecessary. Getting paid for, I don't know, a lot. Just ridiculous. So then he went and abandoned us. And now we're left here with Roger Pregler being our billiards manager. So everything just went to, hell in a handbasket. Just kidding. We're glad to have Roger. Sometimes. Tyler's tilted. You're going to have to be a little bit more specific on how does this work. tonight is just an exhibition match. So basically the UPL sells areas or states. It's basically a franchise. And that is Margaret and Tyler Stiers, the state of Wisconsin. I'm super, super grateful that they asked me to manage the state for them, for UPL. And this is just an exhibition match to get everybody acquainted with what's coming for a new league. And I got to reiterate, we've talked about ever since the beginning, or that the announcement, that it's never going to be our goal to take over any other league. Everybody has BCA and WAMO and WISPA, and this is just another option for everybody to play. And it's a lot of fun. Randy Parlick. Actually, that was a really good question. Oh, stop. No, slow down. No. Oh, no. He's on my team, so that's not good. Jump cues are not allowed in the UPL. So normally in regular league play, you'd be going to grab the jump cue. Not in this case. You're pretty quiet over there, String Cheese.
Just observing.
It's quite the different view from in here, isn't it? It's a lot of fun.
I think it's more enjoyable, you know.
And it's quieter. Not as many people either. Oh! Ah, nicely done. Well, that is another miss. Neither one of these guys want to win this game. So, Randy, to answer your question, what if a 495 or somebody under 500 basically moves above 500? There is no penalty, but someone on the team still has to be below 500, no matter what. So if a player does end up going above 500, from the way I understand it anyway, this is directly from one of our league operators in Kansas City, as a matter of fact, I think. So someone still has to be under 500. I hope that answers your question. We got a lot going on here. Believe me, this is, and again, we're all in the learning phase ourselves, but I think we got the gist of it for the most part. So Fred Renner, you see Salsa Man there, String Cheese, asking if you're a salsa fan like Baby Cheddar.
Does he mean salsa dancing? Because if so, then yes.
Nope, that is not it. But that's a good answer.
Salsa.
That's a good answer. In our pantry at home, you got all those jars sitting in the back that have salsa or asparagus in them. Yeah.
Oh, he's the man.
That is Salsa Man, right? That is Fred Renner. So, yes.
I'm eating that. Very delicious.
Fred, do you salsa dance at all? I think we need to know that now.
Yeah. If he's the salsa man, I mean, you gotta. You make the salsa, you dance the salsa. Come on.
I'll tell you what, Fred, you better answer this correctly right now. If you're not a salsa dancer, I think you're in deep doo-doo at this point. Fred has had some health issues with one of his feet. So if he is a salsa dancer, he hasn't been doing it in like over a year. Oh. But I'm thinking Fred's pretty smooth. So I'm thinking he
can still
he's probably
move his hips.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't want to see that, but whatever. Margaret just answered the question for the best pool cue. Nope.
Not a chance.
Nope. He cannot. So, Jamie Clark answers the question for me. Randy Parlick. This is directly from her. Player has to be under 450. If not, the team would need to forfeit the 5th match until they can meet the requirement, so we encourage teams to have 2 or 3 players under, just in case someone can't make it for whatever reason. That's a good strategy. Thank you, Jamie, by the way. And I really wish you'd get your YouTube fixed. The whole Cheddar family is out there waving. You all right? She having... want to do that again?
You have to do it too then. We do the wave.
I'm over here, though. You can only see my hand. Doesn't work that way. Wait a second. No, you bring your hand over here. All right, we got a pool match to...
Okay. What the hell?
Oh! Rich Stadler. Just poking and jabbing at it. So right now in the state of Wisconsin, we have UPL Fox Valley, which is where you're watching right now, Varsity Club in Oshkosh. Then we have Jeff Schellen is going to be the league operator up at the Top Hat in Superior, Wisconsin, way, way up north. Then we also have Rick Chamberlain, who you met a little while ago in the booth. He is going to be handling Milwaukee and Waukesha. We also have Philip, who's going to be handling Racine and Kenosha. Todd Holzer is going to be handling the Central Wisconsin, which is on the hill billiards. It's just on the hill in Mosinee. So we're expanding as much as possible. The leagues, most of the leagues, hopefully are going to be starting in September. But down in Waukesha, Kenosha, Milwaukee, that area, Rick Chamberlain's going to be doing some condensed leagues for summer. So if you're in that area, make sure you go check it out. How you doing, Derek Sitzman? Nice of you to join us. Are you sitting on a forklift somewhere? You better be. Oh wait, it's Sunday night. Yeah, you're not at work, are you?
Probably sitting on the couch.
I would hope so. It's only 9 o'clock here in Wisconsin. Man, I thought it was much later.
The days are long when they're 90 degrees.
Yeah, and the longest days of the year as well. I mean, did he call that? Holy cow! Man, I'll tell you what, I wish I had my instant replay up and running, but I don't. Or I didn't hit the button in time. I'll tell you what, if he can get out on this is just an incredible... Oh my gosh, no way.
His shirt says Hall of Fame for a reason.
Wow. Wow. That needs to go on the highlight reel if I've ever seen one. You know, here, the worst part of all of this, you know, Roger is our billiards manager. He's going to be talking about that shot to everybody for like the next 10 years. He's going to be saying... did you watch the stream on Outer Points Production? Yeah, I agree. That was just unfriggin' believable. Now he has to win this match against Rich. You do something like that and lose the match, then it's just a disgrace. Unbelievable. Tyler and Margaret are still... So I just want to let everybody know, too, Tyler, they both needed kind of a little bit of a break to grab a bite to eat. So that's why I turned off their microphones. Al Holden tuning in. Tuning in from the Waupun State Prison.
What the heck?
That's, yeah, Bobby Jo Coons is her name. She is one of my sponsors. I'll show you just a second here. So here's Bobby Joe, one of my sponsors, and then she is on the outside of the prison walls. She sells real estate and everything. Al, on the other hand, one of my co-commentators, is on the inside of the walls.
You have something set up for him on the inside so he can commentate with you?
Yeah, we do it remote,
Yeah.
and he
Work
is...
from home?
Yep.
Yep.
Working remote from the prison. Excellent. I got to have you in the booth more often. This is more fun than with Chris Green. But we're trying to get the warden, the prison warden, to put in a pool table for Al so he can practice. Because right now he's not very good anymore. He used to be better. I don't know if they're going to allow that.
He's got to get on the good side, you know. Is he good at getting on people's good side?
Boy. Al, do you want to answer that? Because I don't want to. Because I don't think you're going to like my answer. Love you, buddy. So, String Cheese, what's been the most exciting thing that you've done since leaving California? And don't say this, other than this.
This summer?
Yep.
I went snorkeling with family in Florida and saw rainbow fish. That was pretty cool.
That would be fun. That's the most exciting thing you've done this summer?
Yeah, the water is way warmer in Florida than California.
It's like bath water.
It's like, it's very much like a hot tub bath. Your friend says everybody loves him except you.
No, he's not wrong. Wait, what?
That means
No.
he will get a pool table.
You're allowed to get out of your cell and practice for 15 minutes a week. Well, I'll tell you, if Roger can finish this rack, it's a break and run after his 2 kick shots to get out. This is something pretty special for Roger. All right, I think we're going to get ready to give... we're not going to give him the commentator's curse, but I think we got to give Roger a round of applause here. Atta boy.
That's what we like to see.
Whoop. Team Tyler coming back. It is now 2-2 with 4 minutes left. And then we have one more match after this. So actually, Randy Parlick, this is a really good question. And even though this is an exhibition match and it is streamed, so it's going to take a little bit longer, but that's really a good question about the time. So we actually started a little bit late. We started at 6:30, so we're fast approaching 3 hours. One of the biggest concerns, because a lot of players or league operators were not. They didn't know how the format ran or all the rules and everything. Neither did we for the most part. So the reason I say that is this is not going to cut down the amount of time that the league players are inside of each one of the venues. So one of the biggest concerns is because of the shot clock, the match clock, and everything, is it going to take away revenue from the venue itself? And what we've noticed so far, it does not. And and we have another match yet. So if it takes 4 hours, it's pretty much going to be the same as regular league night. It should go faster on league. You know, like I said, we kind of milk the clock once in a while and, you know, play the game, if you will. All right, Rich missing that one. I'm sorry, Roger missing. Rich is at the table. Uh-oh. 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 That is going to scratch. Oh, yes. I mean, oh, that's... Oh,
that's got a
oh,
sting.
that's too bad,
Got a sting.
Rich. But it's 2-2. So Roger needs to pick up the pace here and win this rack. This would be huge, actually, if he can... He's got 1 minute to finish this rack. Can he do it? So one of the things you have to watch, Roger is bridging over that 6-ball. It is not just cue ball fouls like any of the other leagues, or like BCA or WAMO, VNEA. It is all ball fouls. So if you do touch anything with your sleeve or your shirt or I should record that and put it on my stream permanently. All right, so I believe this match is going to be tied at 2 apiece. All right, so we're going to be we're gonna do something a little special here. So pay attention, string cheese. This is serious stuff now. All right, we're going to do a 6-ball shootout. Now, I am going to make this very. I want you to understand, this is not part of league play. We're just doing this for fun. This is an exhibition. So we're going to do a 6-ball shootout. Tyler's going to rack for them. It is a timed shootout. So one player is going to get, and the balls have to stop moving. I'm going to see if Tyler's mic'd up or not.
String cheese.
All right.
Is this live? You can hear me?
Yep.
Okay. So they're going to do a 6-ball shootout. This wouldn't happen on a normal league night, but what we're going to do is we're going to time these guys and see how fast they can run out the table. If there's a scratch, it adds 5 seconds to their time. You don't have to hit a rail on the break. You're allowed to miss. Missing is fine. It's just whoever runs out the 6 balls first wins. So I'm going to rack, and then I'll grab my phone and I'll time it.
Again, let me reiterate this again.
It's for the kicks and giggles.
Yes.
For the kicks and the giggles.
Absolutely. So please don't private message me and, hey, why are they doing a shootout on league and everything else? This is just for
the kicks and the giggles.
The kicks and the giggles. Yes. Just got a message from Jamie. Hang on a minute, Jamie. On 6-ball shootout, it's only the cue ball and ball they are shooting that has to be at a complete stop. The rest can be moving when the shot is made. All right. So Roger.
All right. As soon as you strike the cue ball, time has started. Once the last object ball goes in, time stops. When you're ready.
Let me know in the chat if that's too loud. I didn't know Roger could move that fast.
Keep going.
Come on, Roger. You look like a senior citizen out there. Dear Lord. Come on, man. He is slower than molasses in January. Outside. From Frosty the Snowman. Dear goodness.
Good shot.
Oh, boy. Come on. Come on. Make it, Roger. Make it. Make it. Atta boy.
52.05.
52.05 seconds.
52.05.
That's like the worst time I've ever seen. All right, now we got Rich Stadler. Just got back from bingo and applesauce at the Senior Citizen Center.
I thought he was your friend, your teammate.
Yeah, we are.
That's how you speak to your friends?
Absolutely. Have you ever heard of the way they speak to me? That's why we're friends. Guys do that. Girls don't, you know?
Yeah.
Doesn't your boyfriend, you know, cut down other people? Other guy friends? You have to. Oh, yeah. That's just prerequisite.
Why is he doing that?
To make sure that the balls stay tight. You got to have the balls nice and tight together. Otherwise, they don't break very well when you strike the rack. Bad eyesight. I can name
All right.
that too in 51 seconds. Let's
One
see.
second.
If,
When you're ready.
Nader Animator says he's still jealous when you're going to have a mediocre animator. I think we should have Nader Animator in here. Uh-oh. Oh, this is not looking good for Rich Stadler. I think he may have just thrown out a hip there. Ooh. Oh, jeez. That's going to hurt. That's going to leave a mark.
Oh!
No way. No way. Are you serious?
46-46.
No way.
Oh
Winner,
my
winner,
that
chicken
is-
dinner.
Wow.
Good
That
job.
is so
Oh my
wrong.
God.
That is so wrong. There's no way.
Holy shit.
There is.
It feels like it's like 3 minutes, right? It feels like forever.
When I thought I had the shot and I did on the first one, I'm like, you gotta be kidding.
You know, I think it's funny about that because
What in the world?
that's unbelievable. So, had he not made 2 balls at the same time,
wow,
he doesn't win. You know, unbelievable. All right, we're gonna mute Tyler. Unbelievable.
That was nuts.
Unbelievable.
Do you want me to go get Nathan? Try.
Yeah. You can stay right where you are. All right. Last match of the night, folks. And it is the two. And again, don't take this the wrong way. This is the 2 lowest up scores in the field. Well, neither one of them have played UPL before. So we've got Vincent Didio and Jason Van. Both of them are regulars in the KO Challenge series that I do at Varsity Club. But so they don't have an actual up score. Jason, I believe, is just over 500. Or I'm sorry. Jason is just under 500, so he's actually getting 1 game from Vincent Didio. So that's why you see the minus sign right in front of Vincent's name. So string cheese, do you think you could handle this on your own?
Depends on what kind of commentating you want.
No, I mean all the computer stuff and everything. I'm going to go out and sit with Mrs. Cheddar for a while.
I think there's too many buttons. There's a lot of buttons.
Yeah, that's just here.
There's more buttons.
Lots and lots, and they all have a meaning.
You have to take a class.
I did. It's called YouTube.
Oh, well. You learn
Hundreds and hundreds of hours in the basement watching YouTube videos.
And asking our friend Chat.
Yeah.
Chat GPT.
This. Yeah, I don't know if they could. You know, I wonder if ChatGPT could help me with vMix. That's the name of my streaming platform. So, do you have your chair like all the way up? Yeah, I guess it is. I'm just curious. Look at how tall you are in the right here.
You know, that's why I'm named String Cheese.
She's not lying. She is tall. All right. Oh, wait. We got our scoreboard from the KO Challenge series on that view. So we're going to get rid of that. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. If you are not already a subscriber to Outer Points Productions, if it's your first time here, I greatly appreciate you did that, and then pass it along to all of your friends. I bet you already know how to share the link, and we're going to have a lot more of this. So,
like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.
That's exactly what String Cheese said there. Mm-hmm.
He starts with a -1 because he has a higher score?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. String Cheese, have you been paying attention to which balls Vincent has here?
He has the solids.
Yep, you're correct. Was that a 50-50 shot? Were you guessing or? Okay, just checking.
No.
Oh wait, there's still 7 stripes on the table. So yes, of course he has solids. I knew that. See, I think he'd be better at this than I am. Nicely done by Jason Van. Banking the 10 ball. For everyone that has been here since the very beginning tonight, thank you so much for being here. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. Actually, I just looked at my YouTube channel, and we have a whole bunch of new subscribers tonight, so thank you for that. That just put Outer Points Productions over the 1,800 mark. Trying to get to 2,000 at least by the end of the next month.
It's possible.
Absolutely.
It's very possible.
Then I'm going to be a millionaire. Mm-hmm. Sure I am. I can retire. The whole Cheddar family out there.
I asked ChatGPT how to commentate on a billiards game. It's got some good advice.
Really?
It's got some good advice.
Read some of it.
It says you got to know the basics, which,
Still working on that.
Still working on that.
Sure.
You got to describe the action clearly. I do it.
I never do that.
You got to talk strategy. You got to think ahead, You got to add the drama and personality. I think there's a little too much of that here, We got that covered.
Yeah, she's not wrong.
You got to handle the mistakes respectfully. I think people are very respectful. Respect both players. And have a good, building up the tension, sharing the plays, celebrating.
That's really good advice.
It is.
That actually, as a stream owner and commentator, that is fabulous advice.
I told you. Can learn a lot from chat.
I like it. Send me that.
Okay.
Can you copy that?
Yeah.
I'm going to put that on my window over here. That way I remind myself of that every time.
That's a controlled break. Spreading the balls nicely. They got some good suggestions.
Sometimes as a comment, and I'm definitely at fault of myself many times as a well, I didn't show tonight, but if you want to consider me a master player, definitely was not on display tonight. But sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself, or you get a little bit critical of the Lower Fargo players, because
always room for growth,
Absolutely.
Gotta start somewhere,
Absolutely. So sometimes you forget where you come from.
Yeah.
And I don't ever want to be that person.
Yeah.
Because I was at that Fargo at some point, so can't forget that.
It's true.
I was not born a master player. Derek Delancey, how are you? Yes, sir, it is. I spoke with Todd Holzer last week or the week before, and after he's done with camping, he's got a very busy couple of weeks, and then after that, we're going to dive deep into getting him trained. Every league operator in the UPL that just cost Vincent Didio a game by pocketing the 8-ball too early. Ouch. So, what the hell was I talking about? Oh, on the hill. So once every league operator has to go through operator training in order to you got to abide by the rules. If not, the league will be taken away from you, or if reported, whatever the case may be. As the manager of Wisconsin, I probably will have to have you replaced, and I don't want to do that. So that's why each one has to go through
Has to go through what?
training.
Oh, no.
What's going on, Tom Joss? Tom was in the booth with me last week for Tim Schott's match. He is, I think you may have heard, he was the guy that, if you listened to the stream last week, he compared sitting in the booth with me as annoying as trying to pick dog poop out of pepper flakes with a boxing glove.
Ew. How did that even come into the mind?
It's Tom Joss. It's Tom Joss.
A boxing glove. What are this man's hobbies? How does he think of this?
Tom, answer that question for string cheese if you
Picking
don't
up
mind.
Poop out of pepper flakes with a...
I'm not even sure if I got it right, but it was something like that.
I would not want to have him
Hang
clean
out
it.
with Tom? Yeah, me either. Me either. All right, so we have got 22, almost 23 minutes left in this match. Jason Van, actually Team Tyler. We are in the lead. So as long as Jason can hold serve, we are going to emerge victorious. No thanks to me. That's okay. You win as a team and you lose as a team. Thanks, Fred. Yeah, that was a fun night. David Wall, if you scratch and don't make the 8-ball. Oh, yeah, Patrick. Sorry. That's it. So if you're shooting at the 8-ball but don't make it and scratch, is that the question, David? I'm almost positive it is not a loss. So I'm going to put this up on as soon as we get done with this game. I'll kind of show you what's been going on. Every year we do a fundraiser for Ronald McDonald House Charities, and we're right now in the middle of. I'll explain it once I put it up there, but we've got quite the tally going so far. So if you're interested at any point in time, we've got tickets for sale. as well as donations if you're interested. It's such a great organization. String Cheese, you ever work with people that are have been affected by Ronald McDonald House?
Are those like kiddos going through cancer and
Yeah.
things?
Any illness, actually. It doesn't have to be cancer.
I think in internships, yeah.
St. Jude is mostly cancer, from what I understand, in Memphis, Tennessee. Heck of an effort. Heck of an effort by Jason Van. Whatever, Tom. That's why we're not friends. Looks like the whole Cheddar family is falling into a fondue over there. They look...
It is very cold out there.
Go ahead and read that on the microphone if you don't mind.
So, do you want to share about that first, though?
Nope.
Oh.
We're going to do that after this rack.
So the Ronald McDonald House, actually they help families stay close to their ill or injured children who are receiving medical treatment, who are typically at a hospital like far away from their home. So like with accommodation, with their housing, basic needs, community support, meals, and other support services like transportation to the hospital. So it's pretty amazing, the comfort, the care, that they provide in stressful times when the kiddos are seriously ill and needing help and support far from home. So that's pretty great that you guys are raising funds to support that cause.
So Taylor Collar is his name, and he is actually one of my league team members. Myself, Taylor Collar, and Corey Peterson, and his son, Tank. His nickname is Tank. I'm just going to leave it at that. Was in Ronald McDonald House.
I was wondering why you chose this one.
Yeah,
okay.
Very serious issues with his head, brain. I don't know the details of all of it, but there's a lot of big words that I can't pronounce. But that's how I got introduced to it. It'll be 4 years now.
Wow.
I have heard so many stories since then, though, of people that have come up to me because of the stream and because of the donation and the fundraiser and everything else over and over and over again of how Ronald McDonald House has affected their family. And I've laughed with them. I've cried with them. I've, shared in some of their joy at the recovery of their child. So it has been, even though my family has never been directly affected, the stories and everything have pulled me in.
Yeah.
So it has such a place in my heart now that is why I'm doing what I'm doing. And
I mean, it's about the community too.
It is.
It's part of why you're doing this, for the community,
Yep.
and supporting
For pool, absolutely.
for the community coming together. Investing in the kids and families, it's like one of the most meaningful things you could do.
Salsa Man, Fred Renner, was affected. His family was helped as well by Ronald McDonald House. Chris Green, sitting right over there, his family. I'm trying to think about who else here. All right, so anybody that's been watching the stream, they already know what I'm talking about, but I'm going to put this on here and I'm going to read it. So we came up with, it's called Pockets for a Purpose. Every time the game-winning ball drops, The sponsor of that pocket adds that amount to the grand total, raising the stakes with every win. So actually, it's very close to $1,000 right now. We've only played 3 matches. So basically, string cheese is any one of these 6 pockets. Every time the ball, it has to be the winning ball. So the last ball played drops. Those people donate either $8, $9, or $10. Right?
That's pretty cool.
So.
Who does that math, though?
Me.
Okay. Wow.
Me. Right here in real time. So this will give you a better idea, string cheese, of what it looks like. Hang on a second. Let me get rid of that. My bad. So I'm trying to get a goal of $3,000, and these are all the pocket sponsors and then other donors that have donated. So we're trying to fill up that French fry bucket.
By what's
August
the goal
23rd.
date? August 23rd?
Yep.
Very cool.
We're already almost a third of the way there. So very happy with everybody that has donated and been a sponsor of it.
Great way to partner together in community, serving the community, being a community. That's what it's about.
Yep. So that is going to continue on Tuesday night, as a matter of fact. So we have 1 match left in the quarterfinals of one of my KO Challenge matches. So we're going to be back to donating. All right, 14 minutes left to the match. And Jason definitely has the upper hand. Calling for an extension. So now you can kind of see it, even though you got the scoreboard and everything else there. That's for the KO series, but it's kind of hard to tell right now. But now Vincent he's in a bit of a rush because he has to win this game and probably the next game in order for them to win this exhibition match. Otherwise, it all goes. You know what sucks, string cheese, is if after this match, if Jason wins, I'll be the only losing player on our team.
What? Oh.
That might hurt my ego a little. It won't, but I may cry a little. Just a little.
When you travel with your pool equipment, do you have to check it, or do you ship it, or do you carry it on?
Mine's it doesn't fit carry on. I've never actually with my pool case. I've never taken it anywhere on a plane.
I know with golf clubs you can ship it.
Yeah.
Or check it.
That I don't get to play anymore, so. This is actually my table, and I don't even get to play on it. Commentating on everybody else's match. The hell's wrong with that picture? Whose idea was it to start a stream?
Yours.
Oh, yeah. Crap. So what are you looking forward to most this summer?
Just, getting time with family, friends, people I don't get to see as much,
Again, string cheese is somewhere out in California. I'm not going to tell you because it's none of your business.
Yeah. And it is not cheap to
Nope.
come out and visit. So when I do, gotta make the most of it. I'm sure other people understand if they live in another place.
That was a very nice shot by Jason Van. Unfortunately, it did not do him a lot of good. That was a heck of an attempt, though. I think he's got to try and kick this 5 ball in by... Oh, he can actually use a coach. Oh, never mind. Because he is under... Oh, almost made it. That was a heck of an attempt.
If you're under...
If you're under 500, you can have somebody coach you.
Phone a friend.
Phone
a friend.
Send in a lifeline. That was a nice shot by Vincent. Mr. Didio being one of my fellow co-commentators.
Do you prefer to commentate or to play nowadays?
Wow, that's a good question. Both. I really don't have... I really enjoy what I do. I mean, this is my life. This stream is my entire life. I mean, other than family. But
good answer.
I look out over... I'll give everybody kind of an idea. We got 10 minutes left yet, so I'll give everybody an idea of what I'm looking at. As soon as Vincent shoots the shot, then I'll get back at it.
Shoot your shot.
Called an extension, so... Oop. So this is my office. This is what I'm looking at all the time. Mm-hmm. There's the table. If you're a pool player and you enjoy the game, there's nothing better. This is, and there's the Cheddar family, wide awake. There's Tyler, Tim Volkman, Vincent Didio, Rich Stadler, Jerry Stuckert, all those fellers. So to answer your question, I love both. I like to have the ability to practice whenever I want. Get out and bang some balls around, but I haven't played a tournament, an actual tournament where I went somewhere else in years. Yeah,
really?
It's been quite a while. Oh. All right. We've got 8.5 minutes left to this match. And Vincent Didio is deep in the weeds now. So he's going to have to find a way to crawl back out of this. Yep. Bat pool. Let me ask you a question. You know a lot about UPL. Where is it that you're tuning in from, if I may ask? And do you have, and I may have asked this before, somebody else may have asked it before, but I forgot. If you're a UPL league operator yourself, and where? Because you have been really instrumental in answering a lot of questions earlier. So thank you.
Some of the earlier comments were people from other countries. They're talking about pool in other countries.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Yes, ma'am. One of the fun things that I used to do, and I haven't done it in quite a while, is I will ask, we're going to play Where Are You From game. And I just have everybody tell me the city and state that they're tuning in from. And I've had people from Australia. I have had, from all over the world. So it's a lot of fun when you see that. Some people are lying when they do it, but that's okay. Some people are not.
Some people are from Mars,
I've met quite a few of them. Oh, and there's Al Holden, the prison mate. Or I mean,
Your friend.
yeah.
Your good friend.
So that's why you started this, so you could finally look over the table at people. Very funny. This one's just for you, Al.
It's a little creepy, a little.
It's
like I'm in a doll horror movie.
right? I like that laugh. It's better than the last one I had. Even the last one was like chipmunks.
Oh, yeah.
It was funny. But it just got old.
Yeah.
Like Al.
Gotta change it up. Oh, okay.
I could say that because I think he's just a year or two older than I am. Or younger. I think older. How old are you, Al? 71?
70. They're asking if you have a night.
Dave Peters. We're not 100% yet. So we've got... Oh, very nice shot by Vincent. Oh, and he has a shot on the one ball. Nicely done. And this is a perfect 3-rail on the cue ball to get... If he can run right into that 10 ball, he will have a shot at the 8 past the 14 ball. Man, I haven't been moving around the camera at all. Talking too much. That happens a lot. Oh, here, I called it. Look at this. Oh, so nice. It's amazing. It's the same, a lot of the same people here cheering the same every time. That's nice. That's a great out by Vincent. Even though he's on the other team. Jerk. So. Nice out. Knock it off.
I know I turned and it fucking. Oh, knock out the.
I said knock it off.
Dropping this.
Yeah, no, I don't care about your stick. Stop running games.
Do you have any cheese in here?
No.
I'm starving.
Are you? Turn your microphone on so people can hear you.
We're swearing a lot and talking about gross stuff.
Oh boy.
My biggest.
All right, we're going to close the door on her and lock it.
She's very nice.
Yeah, bullshit. Margaret Fefalova Steyer just said, I have a very beautiful daughter. How in the hell did she get that way? Coming from you. I'm not going to expound on any of that. I refuse to comment. Al Holden just turned 60 this month. So he is old. So let's get back to Dave Peters. Roger Pregler and I are talking about that, which night is going to be best here at the Varsity Club. We don't want to interfere with Thursday Night League, the 3-man team. So I'm not even going to speculate at this point, but it will be in the UPL Wisconsin Facebook pages. Obviously, either the Fox Valley or some of the other ones.
Do you guys do like special games or tournaments for different holidays? You know, like St. Patty's Day or Halloween or?
I do not, but
no.
there are some that do.
Mm-mm.
All right, so you can't see it right now, but Jason just kind of looked at the match clock, and this is part of the gamesmanship side of pool league that can be used. Is if you're ahead, you want to run as much time off the clock as possible, so it doesn't give your opponent time to catch up. So, and that's and that's part of winning. You want to win and get ahead first, so you have the ability to do that. So as you can tell at the very bottom, we've got 3 minutes, just over 3 minutes right now remaining in the match.
Mm-hmm.
And just got himself in a little bit of trouble. See, this is what it can backfire on you. So you waste all that time, or you burn some off the clock, but then something goes wrong that shouldn't have, and now the shoe is on the other foot.
Shot yourself in the foot.
Right? Exactly. So now Jason just called for an extension. I got to find out if this can end in a tie. There's a good chance it can. All right. I got confirmation from Tyler. Actually, it doesn't even matter anymore now. Because the shootout, the 6-ball shootout that we did between Rich and Roger, that doesn't count anyway. So that's not part of league play. We just did that for fun. So, but we have 39, 37, 36 seconds left to the match. So before we go, I wanted to say very sincere thank you to everybody that tuned in tonight. There's going to be a lot more coming. This has been, well, hopefully a very informative event for everybody. Greatly appreciate you being here and spending your Sunday night with us. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and that is it. So
He's like, how am I supposed to get that? It says I have 20 seconds, but the whole game only has 5.
all right, congratulations to Team Tyler. Let me get this up on the board. You can kind of see what's going on out there. But this has been a lot of fun. I'm going to put Miss String Cheese back on. This has been a blast. So thank you everybody so much for tuning in tonight. And there's going to be an update with everything, maybe some clips and all kinds of posts and everything on social media about tonight's event and how you can get involved in UPL. So
and donating to the Ronald McDonald.
And yes, absolutely. Good point. An opportunity to donate to Pockets for a Purpose. So once we get back to the Knockout Challenge matches on Tuesday night, we'll see everybody until then. So thanks everybody for being here. Thank you, String Cheese.
Have a good night.
Bye everybody.